I've never heard of this.
You've never heard?
I know what game you're talking about because I've seen the cover. I always see I don't know why every used game store had this game in like the late 2010s. And it's like a statue of a gold lady with big boobs. And
Yeah, why would you remember that, Jorge?
Because it's a statue.
Wait, what is the game called? What did you say? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, Kyle, could you repeat the name?
Just do the beginning.
I can't believe you can't remember Ucchannanchan the Honō no Challenger Denryū Iraira.
Yeah, I was also into Pokemon, and I noped out of that hobby when it became impossible to buy.
It's so
I have
boring.
never seen you more bitter than like trying to enjoy Pokemon as a game.
Every time I give it a chance, it lets me down somehow. I don't know.
I don't think the game lets you down. I think people let you down. Hell is other Pokemon players.
I was gonna say, I feel like Pokemon just burnt me too many times where I tried to play the new one, the ZA game, and I just never finished it. I was so like, this was a waste. Why'd I even bother trying? I'm like,
oh my god. Yeah, I at least with I've given up on the game since Sun and Moon. Honestly, I have not touched a single one. Except
I was referring to the card game.
You're referring to the card game.
The thing is that I got back into the card game when I think it was for the Lost Origin expansion is when I started getting back into it, and I dipped out hard around the time Prismatic Evolutions came out because I had a few really negative pre-release experiences. No fault of the organizer, just people suck.
Yeah.
Period. I'll summarize it this way: I'm surrounded by adults who hate kids, and I look down, and there's like little guys on printed paper, and I'm like, what are you doing here then?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Pokemon cards
and then
were the worst.
And then the fact that like I couldn't keep up with the expansions because it was like once every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And then the final nail in the coffin, which was like, okay, fine, I'm just not gonna play. You know why? Because I can't. I just could not find anything in the stores. It became like scalper's heaven after a while.
The One Piece is getting that way. The newest booster box for One Piece, the like MSRP, the market value for a booster box is $250. It's like that's like double what it goes for otherwise. Yeah. And luckily my local card shop is great. The guy is players first. He's always giving us the boxes for like exactly MSRP. He only sells it in store to his players. He's great. He's the reason why a lot of us are still playing the game. But man, it's frustrating to try to get any product. It's gone in like minutes, and like it's just scalpers and stuff. It's just so lame. It's like, I don't know. I could go on and on about it.
They ruin every fucking hobby.
I know.
I went from one card game to another. Now I'm playing Gundam card game, then that's another scalper bullshit shit going on. Like, I couldn't. Bandai doesn't know how to print cards.
I hate to say it. Like I hate saying it because I don't want to sound like this like bootlicker thing. It's just people who don't want to get real fucking jobs. Like they don't want to work to like better the world. They want to work this job that does nothing for anybody. I
don't think it's a bootlicker to not like people who are into the hustle grind set culture.
No, it sucks because it's like you're not doing anything. You're just like reselling product to other people. It's pathetic. Like at the very least, I'm hustling to like draw shit for people, but at least I'm like supplying something for people that like is unique. Like I hate it so much. I hate resellers, man.
Yeah, they ruin every hobby, especially after COVID. Things got really bad.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of everything getting worse, welcome to Brainlords, Video Games of the Mind, a panel discussion between artists and the art they love. I'm your host, Kyle. I go by Cute Monster Props, and I'm an SFX artist for the video games industry. I work at Vulpin Props, making trophies for major esports tournaments, as well as life-size items, weapons, and characters from your favorite video games. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Jorge. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jorge.
Hey, I'm Jorge, part-time co-host of Brainlord, and full-time illustrator, graphic designer. I'm currently working with my friends in Fangamer, making video game merchandise and publishing your favorite indie games. We just launched, and this is the part where I go to the website. because I don't have it up. Oh yeah, we have our new Signalis stuff out, Kyle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, please check that out. Unfortunately, none of my stuff made it this launch period, so I'll be able to plug something in soon. Just not yet. But that's not important. What's important is we have a guest today.
Yes, with us is a very special guest. She's Basil the Batlord's strongest Fright Knight. He appears in such games as Super Mario 64, Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart, and Cave Story. Their favorite Chip Tanaka soundtrack is Snoopy Concert. The inner machinations of her mind is an enigma. PaperDawN, aka Dawn with a capital N, aka reviewer of all the nostalgia she did and didn't even grow up with, aka the best proxy artist for One Piece, TCG, aka author of Platinum Dreams, aka East Blue Nami's #1 fan, aka Scissors Dusk.
Hey.
That was a good intro. I'm impressed with that. But yeah, I am PaperDawN. Go buy PaperDawN online. I do not have the accolades you guys have. You guys have some pretty impressive accolades. I do videos online and I do commission.
Yeah, plug your YouTube. Your YouTube channel is great. That's I discovered you twice, because first I found your 13 Sentinels art in like a convention. I always forget which one it was.
I think it was Momocon. I think it was Momocon.
Yeah.
I remember coming up and I was like, "You're the only one here with 13 Sentinels."
That was it. Yeah. Because I had the
crumbs, a feast print for the starving.
It's it's called 13 Sentinels because there's only 13 of us. So yeah, you traded your stickers with me, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then completely separate of this experience, I ran into your like 90s Lego nostalgia video on YouTube, and I was like, wait, PaperDawN? That sounds very familiar. And I looked you up on Twitter. I'm like, it's the same freaking person.
Yeah, that's so fun.
In doing my research for you, Dawn, I was surprised. It seems like every video is just like, hey, here's a completely different fandom that I am into.
Yes, and I try to keep it that way because I really hate when YouTube channels like pigeonhole themselves into like one thing. So I have a very like strict topic of like, I talk about whatever can I swear?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. We're potty mouths here.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, and like, if you are here for me, you're here for me. You shouldn't be here for Lego. You shouldn't be here for like whatever else I talk about. It should be like you want to hear me talk about these topics. It feels a little conceited. And also everyone's always like, when's your next Lego video? I'm like, what the fuck what am I supposed to say? I talked about literally everything I wanted to with that hobby. Like, I got nothing else.
You got to feel them out too. You even did a stream building one of the it was one of the Black Knight castles.
That's kind of how I like keep people a little like, I'm like, I'll do a stream where I like just build Lego and then talk about it, or I'll like do a stream where I played like a SpongeBob game and it was just an excuse to talk more about SpongeBob. But
sure,
yeah. But yeah, usually I try to, that's why I haven't made a video in a while, because it's like I can't think of a good topic. Like everything I think about,
that's the
like,
problem with that approach. Yeah,
it's just like I don't, but I keep it very like loose, where I'm like, I'm not promising anything. It's very much a hobby. It's like one of the few subsets of like hobby things I do where I don't make money on it, so I don't care. Like, it's just something I do for fun whenever I feel like it, which is nice.
I mean, you're among friends here with that. Don't you worry.
You're at home.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of topics, we have a topic for today's episode, which is the best N64 games. Hard mode.
Yeah.
The N64 has fully moved on from a nostalgic console to a secondhand nostalgia console. What a better way to celebrate it than a list of its top games? Let's see, there's Zelda, Mario, Zelda, a Rareware game, a Rareware multiplayer game, Kirby, multiplayer Mario. Maybe the list is getting a little stagnant. It's time to get out of our comfort zone with a new top list of some more interesting games with some interesting restrictions.
I love it. Thank you. Yes, I love this topic. I am so excited for this episode because I'm very passionate about the N64.
Me too.
I usually am the one in the room defending the N64.
Well, why don't we back up a little bit? Jorge, can you tell me how we came across this idea for the episode so we can check off mentioning Andrew Bluett in our video?
Our every episode we have to mention him. He's the secret third brain lord.
It's not my fault. Like I don't do anything else besides talk to you and him.
So Andrew Bluett asked me once, like, what do you think is a hidden gem on the N64? And my mouth opened and he said, and do not say Sin and Punishment. and I was like, oh.
Uh,
You just stopped me in my fucking tracks, and I had to actually think like, okay, well, I think Mischief Makers, and the ones that we're all familiar with. But then I thought, oh wait, because he had what most people think are the good N64 games in his mind, which are like the Nintendo exclusives and the Rareware games, or Nintendo published stuff. And I was like, I bet I can name you at least 10 games that are not published by Nintendo or Rareware that are pretty high up there on like the library. And I did. And then that was a fun experience. So I'm like, oh, maybe we should turn that into like a Brainlord episode oh my God, Kyle, now I'm saying singular because of the game. We actually played the game recently, Don. And now I'm like, oh, my brain, it's different now.
We each have 4 games and an honorable mention.
The Cowards 5, as you said.
The Cowards 5, yeah. It was hard, okay?
It was.
It was actually very difficult after a while. But here are our rules. So, like you said, Jorge, no games developed or produced by Nintendo. So that means no Pokemon Snap, no Kirby Crystal Shards, no games made by Rareware. So no Banjo-Kazooie, no GoldenEye. No games ported to other contemporary consoles. This one can be a little iffy. Like we're trying our best to fit all the restrictions here, but generally anything that wasn't also meant to simultaneously launch to, Windows 98, PS1, Dreamcast, etc.
Yeah, so true exclusive.
The ultimate rule is the rule of cool. So whatever makes for good radio.
That's right.
Yep.
Those are our restrictions, and I think we all agree, like, it kind of got difficult after, like, the third game.
I was just gonna say, there was a few games that, like, I wanted to add, but I think, like, I just didn't have enough to say about it. So just, like, narrowing it down to, like, 4 that I felt, like, passionate enough to talk about was decently difficult. Yeah, harder than I expected.
Well, let's just warm things up then and just get out our honorable mentions so we can kind of stretch the muscles, get the blood flowing.
Oh, we want honorable mentions first? They usually go last, Kyle. What is this?
Brainlords, baby.
Not a typical podcast. It's not typical.
All right, fine. Actually, let's get these out of the way so people don't ask about them.
Sure, who wants to start?
Jorge, why don't you start?
Don's our guest.
I can start. Mine's the most boring.
Go for it. Let's go.
Yeah, mine is the most boring. I'm just going to say it because it would trounce literally every single thing that I could think of for N64. Star Fox 64 is my all-time favorite N64 game. And I do think it's like, it's not underrated, but I don't think it gets the kind of credit it deserves entirely. I think people are kind of like, it's cool. It's a great N64 game. I'm like, that game is so much better than I think people make it out to be. I think it is one of the best games ever made.
I feel like it's the perfect game.
It is genuinely one of the most perfect video game experiences like ever.
Just the way it's put together, the way it like works and flows so well. Yeah,
in the same sense that Ghostbusters is the perfect movie for something that is called Ghostbusters. Star Fox is like the exact right game that it needs to be.
Exactly. And it's got a weird history of like the original wasn't developed by Nintendo, and Nintendo like took the IP and like made their own sequel, which is like weird, but it like honors the original in really cool ways. It's just a really cool game. But I know it's Nintendo. It's like one of the most iconic games in the system. So not exactly an interesting pick, but if that was a contender, it would be my top game.
You're more than welcome to gush about Star Fox.
The original Star Fox dev was Silicon Knights, was it? Like, I'm trying to remember because
wasn't it Argonaut?
Argonaut, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Hold up, gonna confirm
the Crock guys.
Crock guys, yeah. And Crock was supposed to be a Yoshi game. They tried to do the thing backwards, and
they purposely didn't put on N64 for some reason. I wonder why.
There you go. Okay, so the Star Fox series, the first one, Argonaut Software.
Nintendo, like, it's weird. It reminds me of what they just did with Donkey Kong Bonanza, where like Donkey Kong Bonanza is this like sequel to the Rareware Donkey Kong games almost, where it's like honoring those games even though they didn't even make them. And it's like Star Fox 64 is this like pseudo reimagined sequel of a game they didn't even make, and Argonaut had nothing to do with. And it's like, I don't know, it's very weird, very unique for Nintendo, I think. Anyway, that was mine.
Yeah, well, thanks for mentioning it. It's I have a lot of fun. I showed Kyle the exclusive Nintendo Power like videotape they would send you with.
I have that. The
like, I showed that to Kyle. He saw it for the first time recently, and I'm like, this is comedy.
Thank you for mentioning that, because I so badly wanted to put that into the commercial break segment.
You should. Yeah.
Now we have the context to do that.
What are you doing to Mario? Like, no.
What are you doing to Mario?
I love it. And me and my friends used to watch that all the time. It's so funny.
Oh, God. I might tape like kind of is busted because I watched it so many times. I have to buy another one.
Well, Jorge, why don't we get to your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is also kind of predictable, but I was purposely trying to avoid Nintendo, so I went with like Bomberman Hero, 1998. Hudson developed game. It was published by Nintendo in the US, actually, which is why it didn't make my main list. I kind of caught myself cheating there. But here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact about Hero. Speaking of games that were like supposed to be other games or something, Bomberman Hero was originally going to be a Bonk N64 game. I did not know.
What?
Really?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was going to be Bonkerman. Yeah. I would have, honestly, I kind of want to see what a Bonk N64 game would have been like. Yeah. But yeah, quick notes, because I got to mention this because the thing everyone remembers about Hero, the composer, Jun Chikuma, like excellent work on this game.
Yeah, it's so good.
Probably my favorite soundtrack of any N64 game. If you look at her work, she only has mostly worked on Bomberman games.
Oh, really?
These days, she actually plays like classical Arabic music in concerts. Like I looked this up. Yeah, she went to Tunisia to study music. It was crazy.
Oh, that's sick, actually.
Yeah. So like this person, I'm like, yo, you dropped like one of the best soundtracks in any video game ever, and then you piece the fuck out. I'm like, this. Yeah. I have to respect.
I would love going to a classical Tunisian concert, and then the second the encore hits, it's like, burn it.
Well, she specifically studied like two instruments, and I don't remember the names because I could not even pronounce them if I did. But she basically traveled all across the world to do that, which I find very respectable. That's the kind of touch grass shit we like.
Yeah. Really quick about soundtrack wise, a little off topic, but it's worth mentioning.
No, go ahead.
Similar thing. The person that did the Ape Escape soundtrack, Soichi Terada, is like also somebody who like made those soundtracks and then like dipped out, like has not really made anything since like Ape Escape 3. But he also has like traditional Japanese music history, and when he was in the 90s, he got really into doing like EDM. So he has this like mix of traditional Japanese instruments mixed with like jungle EDM, and it's his original music is so cool. I highly recommend looking it up. It is so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
It reminded me of him. So I had to mention
I love Soichi Terada.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Oh god, Ape Escape's so cool. All right,
Ape Escape's the best. Not N64.
Why don't I get to my honorable mention then? Mine's also an N64 exclusive per our rules. It is Ucchannanchan no Honō no Challenger Denryū Iraira Bo. aka Ucchannanchan's Flaming Challenger Irritating Electric Stick.
I've never heard of this.
You've never heard?
I know what game you're talking about because I've seen the cover. I always see I don't know why every used game store had this game in like the late 2010s. And it's like a statue of a gold lady with big boobs. And that's
why would you remember that, Jorge?
Because it's a statue.
Wait, what is the game called? What did you say? I'm sorry, I missed.
Yeah, Kyle, could you repeat the name?
Just do the beginning.
I can't believe you can't remember Ucchannanchan no Honō no Challenger Denryū Iraira Bo. Just look up Irritating Electric Stick.
Irritating Electric Stick.
That's gonna pull up not the game.
Oh, yes, I have seen this front cover. I don't know anything about
this game to a normal person. This is a puzzle action game where you are controlling like a little metal pole that has to go between electric rails in order to not bump them, and you get electrocuted if you do, and you have to start over. It's based off of like a game show challenge.
Oh, isn't there a Game Boy Advance game like that?
Probably. There's quite a few. They've played them a few times on Games Done Quick. They're just really fun little like quick plug and play puzzle games. And the nice thing is, like, even if you speak no Japanese, if you get one of these, like, once you get into the stage, it's just controlling a stick through
shit.
a little electric maze. Like it's
it
really easy to bring into like a party. Once people like understand the rules, which is just move, don't touch wall, boom, you're good. So
it's a cheap one too. It's a pretty cheap import game. Nice.
Yeah, it's just a cool little game, and there's quite a few different variations for it. This is just the N64 one, but yeah, it's cool. just neat.
I've seen people play that in real life. Like you can't touch or it'll shock you. Kind of like Operation.
No. Well, I was thinking. I got when I looked at the footage, it's different than I thought. I was thinking that game. It's like a game where you play as like a spaceship with like two sticks coming out of it, and you can like rotate it.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
What's that game called?
No, I knew it because
it's
on GBA. It's one of my favorite.
It's on Game Boy Advance. It starts with a K, I think. It's like
Kururin.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very cute. If you play it on GBA, I love the little guy that you play as.
Insanely frustrating game. Just be prepared.
Got our bingo sheet going pretty good here. We have Jorge talks about a sexy lady. We have a cute little guy.
Yeah, the two things.
Listen, I play games. Oh man, that's such a dumb joke. I'm not gonna say it.
Do it. It's too late now. What do you?
I play games for the plot. All right, let's move on.
I play games for the front cover. I'll admit it.
Mm-hmm.
No, true though. I've done that sometimes.
Yeah. Jorge plays games for the back cover, which is to say, Lady Dimitrescu's back cover.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Let's get to our real
topics
lists now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, in no particular order, let's begin, shall we? Dawn, since you started us off, why don't you start with your best N64 hard mode game?
Sure. I'll start this way so we can segue it, I think, comfortably.
Oh, sure.
I'll start with Mystical Ninja starring Goemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only played this game. I was just telling them earlier before we started. I only played this game like in the last 5 months. I played it because of the recomp, which is a great way to play the game, by the way.
Yes, it is.
And I've been meaning to for a long time. I owned the game physically, but I didn't play it. I was beyond impressed with this game. I could not believe I hadn't played this before. I was like, It is a cool ass N64 game. It's crazy because it's 1997, so this predates Zelda, and it is like a full
shit.
Yeah, it is a full adventure game on the N64.
This predates Zelda?
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like that game and also Mega Man Legends came out before Ocarina of Time, but we're largely all doing the same thing.
Yeah. It's a really good looking game. I love linear adventure games. It's this weird thing. It's a very hard thing to find in a lot of adventure games. Like even like Zelda, it's very backtracky. You're going back and forth. I love games where it's confident enough to just be you're on a road trip. You're just going across Japan. You're just going from point A to point B to point B to point B to point B. It's so cool. And it's really cool now that I went back and played some of the older Goemon games on Super Nintendo, and it's very cool to see the kind of things they take from those older Goemon games. It's very much inspired by the adventure Goemon. There's two genres of Goemon. There's platformer and adventure games, and I think they wanted to kind of make those beat 'em up adventure games into a N64 game, which is really cool. It's super ambitious. You play as multiple characters. There's mech fights and cutscenes, and I don't know. It's genuinely.
And there's anime intros and
the anime intro is sung by the guy who sings the DBZ Chala.
Wait, really?
Wait,
the Ganbare, Ganbare. That guy is the same guy.
No, that was the same guy.
I gotta look that up.
What a legendary game. Everything I learned about this game gets better and better.
It's such a good theme.
Yeah, I was so blown away by this game when I played it. It might be my second or third favorite N64 game now, because I'm how did this exist? And I never played. I really wish I played it as a kid. It would have gotten me so hooked on Japanese culture and stuff.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. That game is guilty for making me appreciate like representation of Japanese culture, like through the lens of video games.
Yeah,
like, it's just an eternal love for that happened with that.
Back in that time, to play something that was like unapologetically Japanese, that also didn't have to worry about localization. It's like, yeah, you just eat onigiri, dog, like because that's what they eat there.
No, I love that. Yeah, I've been playing Bakaru, which is like the kind of spiritual successor. Yeah, it is.
I love that one.
It is so good, and I keep talking about how it's like they would never do this kind of game in America, like a game that's just so unabashedly loving its country, where it's like, yeah, every level is like a prefecture, and you get little trivia about all the prefectures in Japan. Like, what kind of like fun cartoony game would be about going to like every state in America and like talking about like Wyoming's history? Like, no one would care about that. But like Japan is just so like infectiously like charming in that way with its history. I also just love Goemon's like attention to detail and how it's like it's a parody game, which I think is really fun too, which is really rare, where it's like it's trying to be like a parody of like, you know, olden Japan times, like where it's like you go into a store and they're like it's treated like a convenience store, but it looks like a old Japanese store, or like, you know, they have like new like modern lingo in like an old Japanese setting. It's like really fun and funny and like charming. It is just I love this
like
series
the parody
now.
retro future.
Yeah, I love it.
I love how the villains are like aliens that turn all the Japanese castles into fucking European theaters.
Yes, yeah. Oh my god, the villains are insane.
That's funny. That's just funny.
No,
or like how Impact, the giant mech, is like, okay, I'll help you out for a bit, but I'm filming my movie over in the United States.
Yeah.
What
Forgot
is
he's just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a movie star now. It's funny.
Yeah, it's got such a good sense of humor, and like it's really gotten me to go back to the other Goemon games, and like I am falling deeply in love with this series. Like I think it is one of a gem of a series. So, and the Bakaru is amazing.
It is
too, by the way.
I'm glad Bakaru. I've recommended Bakaru before. It picks up the torch pretty well. And I recommend it to anyone. There's people who don't know that Bakaru is out there, and they still,
I know.
Goemon fans are like unaware this game exists.
It's extremely underrated. I don't know like where this game came from, but it's I've been addicted to it. I haven't been addicted to a game like that. I just got it a few days ago, and I haven't been addicted to a game like that in forever. I've put like 15 hours into it in the last like 3 days alone. It's crazy.
It's wild because like Princess Peach Showtime was a lot of the Goemon staffers, and I don't think they had enough time on that game.
No, I think like their heart's just not in it with those games. Like, you know, like the other Good Feel games, like Yoshi's Crafted World and stuff. They're just like whatever. They're so safe. But like Bakaru feels like a real passion project, which is really cool. Like you just don't get games like that anymore. It's just like I keep saying that when I'm playing it. I'm like, they don't make them like they used to.
While they're currently making them in front of you.
They made one like they used to. They gotta keep doing that.
I am gonna step in and defend Yoshi's Woolly World. That one was good.
I have not played that. I've only played Crock.
Margo, put the bat down. It's okay.
I am like morally obligated to defend. Oh, but I will say, I will vouch personally too. Woolly World was like one of the best Good Feel Nintendo games.
Cool.
We're getting off topic. Jorge, can you tell me your N64 game?
I'm gonna start from what I listed as my, I'm not worst to best, but like 4 to 1. So I have Chameleon Twist listed on here. Whoa! Do you like chameleons? Do you like when they go with their tongue? That's weird. Don't like that. But you can play a game where you're a little chameleon and you use your tongue as like a mechanic, like a platforming mechanic and a combat mechanic, and like a funny thing that you can do because it's a little guy, and that's cool. This is one of the more I'm not gonna say obscure, but it does take a backseat to like almost every other platformer on the N64.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the lesser talked about puzzle platformers.
Yeah, and it does kind of. We did kind of get the short end of the stick because the US version was rushed to meet the holiday season, so it's not as polished as like the Japanese version. This is something I learned actually doing research on it. Both Chameleon Twist 1 and 2 are extremely different in Japan. Well, I wouldn't say extremely, but like different enough that you can notice it.
It's crazy. I don't think I even knew it was a Japanese developed game.
Yeah, but it was made like it was made for the US first, and then it came out in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
So it's a company called Japan System Supply. It came out in 98.
Like a shipping company.
And yeah, like it doesn't. I wouldn't put it next to Goemon as like these two are just as good.
Mhm.
But I do think once you go through like the Mario, Banjo, Goemon, you would hit Chameleon Twist. It is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it does have like a unique gameplay style to it. I actually really like the soundtrack in the second game particularly. It has one of my favorite tracks in all of N64. It's cute. I didn't like that they changed the designs for the US version of 2, where they made them look more like realistic chameleons, because in Japan they look like they're just like ball creatures with like cheeks and eyes, and it's cute. It's just supposed to be cute. They're not supposed to be accurately depicted chameleons.
Approximation of like a chameleon.
But the localization team, I guess, was like, nah, make them look like frickin' lizards. The frickin' lizard from Mario.
Hey. They do. Okay, I like those games too because they get a lot of mileage out of like, what does a chameleon do? Well, I got a tongue. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like, you're always like chaining into different like poles. You can like whip around. You can like collect things and spit them out. You
Yeah,
can fight
it has like that
ants with way too big of butts.
Oh yeah, the big butt ants. I remember them. And there's a bunny. It has like an Alice in Wonderland aesthetic too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is a total blind spot for me. I play a lot of platformers on N64, but I've never played either of the Chameleon Twist games. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
play
interesting.
the Japanese versions.
I've seen the mechanic of like you twirl around your tongue, like you can like control it almost when you're like.
Yeah, you shoot. It shoots out like really fast. You got to kind of like.
And it goes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I've seen stuff about it. I may have rented it when I was a kid, but I have no memories of it.
Oh, we definitely rented both games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a blockbuster ass game.
Hell yeah! It's like a weekend. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
Chameleon Twist.
A classic game you don't trust to purchase, but you trust spending $7 to
Because the
play
box
it
is so like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a little
Plus,
guy.
It's not one of the main ones. So you're like, well, it's this or Glover, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
hold up.
Glover was one of those weird, like, I owned it my entire childhood for some reason. We just, like, had it, and I don't know why we had it.
There's always one of those, yeah. There's always one game where you're like, why did I even have this?
Yeah.
Right,
the box is so like, what is this? You gotta try it.
Yeah, I gotta know, like, what the EB Games employee told my mom to get her to buy fucking Glover in, like, 1998.
Get this. It's a glove.
Yeah.
And it walks. Shoots balls.
Yeah, it's a bouncing ball glove game.
Imagine this. You got a little glove guy, right? He moves around a little ball, all right? You start the game, you're in hell.
Yeah, literally. That game's got a weird vibe.
It does have a decent soundtrack, though. I might shoot you one of those tracks, Kyle, if you want to play that.
It's a good.
Well, why don't we move on to my first game then?
Let's go.
Oh.
Which is Quest 64.
Oh my God! Someone had to say it.
Cracks Knuckles, the Quest defender, has logged on.
Cracks Knuckles, the Quest attacker, has also logged on.
Oh my God! I think in this exercise, the thing I have learned is that playing some of the weirder N64 games really gets you an appreciation for meeting a game at its level, and also seeing what is in a game that might not necessarily be like a good game, but like you can tell where its heart is or like what the good elements are. Like clearly someone saw something in this game.
Yeah.
So Quest 64 is one of like 4 or 5 like legitimate RPGs on the console because it's just a barren wasteland.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's the Achilles heel of the N64.
Mhm.
No RPG.
Yeah, it's a 98 game by Imagineer, published by THQ. And the company that did it, like they largely did, I think it was like a lot of
THQ published it.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of like licensed games and ports and things like that. So they didn't have as big of like a roster of things that they had actually done on their own before, if I am not mistaken. But either way, like you have a staff that isn't like the most like tenured working on this game that is it's kind of it's an ambitious action question mark RPG. The things that it does are really, really, really cool. I will list them first.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So in the game, it's turn-based, but when an enemy attacks at you, you can move around and potentially even dodge the attacks. You use one of 4 different elements, and as you use them, they level up, and each of the elements have different things to consider as far as positioning is concerned. So if you have a big boulder attack, you need to move back on your little battlefield during your turn so that the boulder doesn't just launch over the enemy's heads. So different things are going to be better at hitting different enemies. Yeah, what, Jorge?
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
The Parasite Eve battle system.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dome where you can attack and move around. And then
turn. Even something like Undertale that does a more simplified version of it, where like the enemy does an attack and you have to dodge it. It's really cool. You can choose which elements to level up, and that like changes like different types of attacks you can get. And like the music is pretty good. The environments are really cool. You know, there's a lot of really interesting things there that like not a lot of RPGs do anything like that nowadays. Now, the bad, on the other hand, is it is a game that really needed like at least another year.
Yeah, it's borderline unplayable sometimes.
The encounter rate is absurdly high.
It's insane.
When like literally in some of the caves, it'll be like legitimately 4 steps.
Getting to the first boss feels like an entire game in and of itself.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, which is that's what I recommend is if you're going to play the game, just fight the first boss.
Yeah, it's decently aimless too, where it really demands you to just like walk and figure things out, and there's just so many random encounters that it can just be so frustrating to just even like progress. It's oh my god, yeah. I tried to play that game. It was tough.
When I say there's like all these different elements you can master, what I actually mean is that there's really only 2, because the grind on it is so high and it will start to detriment your other stats. You realistically can't do too many at once. And when I say you can do 2, what I mean is you can do water and 1 other, because there's no like shop in the game. So the only healing items are what you find.
Wait,
so
really?
if you don't pick water, you miss out on the only healing spells in the game.
Jeez.
So like the balance is not great. But, and like, you can tell it's not finished because they have like whole characters that are like very clearly like way higher detail than anyone else in the town.
Oh,
when I was a child, this was the most disappointing thing to me when I first played, because I played this, I rented it back in the day. The most disappointing thing was seeing characters that were obviously meant to be important, and they just like are NPCs. They just stand there, and so I was like, wait, but she looks. I remember this princess lady, or I forget if she was a princess or not, but she had like a sword and blue hair, and I was like, wait, you're cool. Why don't you join me? Like, what the fuck? Why am I alone? Why is this so hard? Like,
yeah, see, it needed just a little bit more, and it would have been there. It's so cool though.
Now I'll put my pitchfork down. Like, I do think Quest 64 is like deserving of more praise than it got over the years, because like we've been able to kind of examine it on like, well, this is all we had on the N64, and by that metric, it's not as bad as everyone says it is. And there's things to love in it. Like you said, I really do like walking around cities and the worlds in that game.
Yeah, the environments are really
do
cool.
like the music. I still remember the battle theme, and
yeah, you remember, it's the like only thing you ever hear.
I mean, yeah, it is the track of the game. But like, if that game, you know what I think that game needed?
What?
It needed internal save battery. I rented that game and I did not have a memory card. And that just made that's a game. That game requires a memory card, by the way. It does paint your experience if you're a like. When did I play this? Like 10, 12? Like, yeah, a young teenage me had a complete change of heart when I realized I couldn't save my game and I had to fight the same first boss over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a good way to word it is it's not a very good game. It's a very cool game. It's doing a lot of cool things, and you really admire it for that. But like, it doesn't make it easier to play, which is frustrating because like you want to like it.
You want to like it so bad,
yeah. The core of the game is cool. Like there is a potential there that is really amazing, and I think secretly what I want is like the indie that was inspired by Quest that's making Quest, but is what it should have been.
Yes. The time has come. Please step up.
I'm kind of surprised that isn't a thing, like a fixed version of the game. So many people do things like that.
There's so many other projects where I'm like, why? So please, what I'm saying is exactly.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. No, I feel like I feel like we're gonna get every N64 game recompiled at some point. Like, there's just gonna be
even Blues Brothers.
Maybe if there's people who care. My biggest disappointment with that is Paper Mario has a complete decompile, but there's no PC port. No one's made it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because if people can decompile it, but if no one ports it, then
there's just no team that wants to make it, and it's like, why? It's Paper Mario. How is there no team that wants to make it?
That's weird.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Especially how big the randomizer is for that. But anyways, we are losing track. Why don't we get on to round 2? Dawn, what is your second game?
My second game, drum roll, kind of typical, but also not, is Mischief Makers by Treasure.
Hey,
1997. Published by Enix for some reason.
Yes, this is going to be in like one of our lists.
I was going to say.
This is going to be in all of our lists. Let's be real. I think we're all fighting for this one.
I'm surprised you let me have it because
you are our guest. I do being gracious host.
Love this game to death. It is one of my favorites. But yeah, Mischief Makers is very cool. I could gush about. Let me be organized here. Get my notes.
Yeah, I have a coworker, and I swear, like every 3 or 4 weeks, one of us will look at each other and go, "Marina,
help me, Marina,
help me." Yeah, I love this. I think this game's mechanics, like the central mechanics of the game, are really cool. I think they work really well with the Nintendo 64. I think it's a really cool idea where they held that controller. They're like, why is nobody making games with the D-pad and the C buttons? Because that is a really unique control scheme to have the C buttons used for things, and using the dash where you press the C buttons to dash in those directions. Genius. It's genius. It's so cool. I
love it. Treasure, baby.
Yeah, and she feels really good to control. Yeah, it's a classic Treasure game where they're getting like the most mileage out of every cool mechanic they have.
Well, also, like, Treasure doesn't typically do a lot of like it's more puzzly than it is.
100%.
Like an action game.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a very unconventional platformer because the level structure is really weird. It's like the objectives are way different than most platformers. And even the way they present the levels are like an anime. It's like supposed to be like an anime episode per level.
Yeah.
And they have like little arcs where they have like villain arcs and stuff. It's really strange. Treasure is strange. It's like their whole MO. But like, it's cool, strange, and like that way. But yeah, I think it's
experimental. Yeah, it works, and it works really well.
Its vibes are really weird. I love like the way everything is environmentally made from like the same like weird face. Everything's made from those little dudes. Yeah, I just don't think there's not many 2D N64 games because of course there isn't. Like, it's, it was the Nintendo 64. That was not the thing they were doing. But it is cool that it like utilizes the N64. It doesn't feel like a game that could be on PlayStation, really. It feels like a game that had to be made for the N64. It has like that unique personality of like that era that I just don't think games are made like anymore. And yeah, I don't know. It's so cool. Again, another game that I think I bought this game a long time ago, probably back in like 2009, 2010. Not a game I grew up with, but I just discovered it through, internet stuff. And I was like, how did I not play this as a kid?
Get another one.
This game would have just been like a personality
That's why we're
changer.
Making this list.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that anybody listening would be like, if you haven't heard of Mischief Makers, it is like truly one of the coolest games ever. Like, it's like they don't make them like they used to. Like, this is so cool and 100%. Unique. It's a game that feels like something an indie dev would make these days, where it's just like these weird obscure ideas or these weird like surreal visuals that just work. I don't know. And Marina's really cute.
Every level, you're right. It's very playful, and it's not necessarily asking you to like just go from point A to point B in the level. Some of them are like hide and seek games, or like doing different conditions.
Yeah,
like you'll have levels that are about just like riding a tricycle really well.
Yeah, it's like they're such like human video games.
The tricycle stage.
Where you're just like playing a game where you can tell the devs were just like, we're just having fun. Like, we're just making whatever idea we think will be fun. It's like, and Treasure has just always been so good at that. Like, no game feels like a like obligation for treasure. It just always feels like something they genuinely wanted to make, and like I love that. I feel like Mischief Makers, genuinely, it's my favorite treasure game, hands down. I love Gunstar Heroes, but you know, there's a part in Mischief Makers where you're basically playing Gunstar Heroes anyway. So,
Oh, true. Yeah, I know the one.
Gun.
Yeah, you're holding that gun.
Yeah, you're holding the gun. Yeah, I mean, also just like there are moments in Mischief Makers I will never forget. The boss fight where you're behind the dude and he's shooting rockets at you, and you have to grab them, shake them to make them bigger, and throw them back at them while you're moving. It is like so fun.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up the boss fights, because to me this is like the exceptional part of this game. All of the boss fights are memorable.
They're so good. Yeah.
When you're like the screen shaking as you're like shaking that giant fist that's like flying at you.
You're throwing it back at his face.
That dragon that you fight in like the lava, and it's like trying to punch you, and you have to grab the fist and like bump them with it back. There's such a good feedback to that. Like,
there is.
It rewards the player with good game design. Everything you do has like impact feeling. The sound design is great. So like. Like when something happens, you get like a ooh, oh, that was cool. And the bosses are like like that in spades.
And the bosses are so energetic and like kinetic, and it's such a good juxtaposition there's such a good juxtaposition to like the slower levels, where like a lot of the levels are just like wandering around trying to figure out like you know a little objectives you're supposed to do, but it works so well. And it's like it's interesting because I don't know if it's a game a ton of people will appreciate, because it's just not your standard video game, and like
it feels weird. It takes a minute to really click with it.
But it's so cool.
I will say that out of all the games aside from Goemon that we're going to mention on these lists, it does have the strongest following.
Probably, it's definitely got a following,
especially now in like now that people who played that game grew up, and most of them tend to. This is like a very artsy fartsy game, believe it or not.
100%.
I think it is, at least.
No, this is an artist game. It's like
it's an art kit game.
There's a few games that I put that's like Parappa's under that, Jet Set Radio is under that. Like there's a bunch of games that are like artist games, like Darkstalkers. There's a bunch of like artist games, and this is definitely an artist game.
Mischief Makers falls there,
100%, yeah.
I have a Mischief Makers memory that's kind of cute if y'all want to hear it.
Sure.
An MMM.
Me and my friend bought Mischief Makers from do you guys remember Play and Trade back in the day?
No.
It was like the competition to GameStop, but they were exclusively used games.
Oh, interesting.
I remember we found Mischief Makers for $10, and both of us only had $5 in our pocket. And back then, where I'm from, Puerto Rico, you didn't really have to pay sales tax. So we bought it with like our cash, put it together. And so my friend, he played it first. He's like, okay, I'll beat it, and then you play it. And so we took turns. It was our child, basically. We had joint custody.
That's awesome.
so we switched back and forth, and leaving our files alone, seeing how many gold diamonds each of us could get. And so time has passed. I moved away. I still have this game, and I turn it on, and our files are still there.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's
cool. And I always get this like, I don't want to delete them, because that game only has 2 save slots.
But also the music. I just want to say, music in Mischief Makers is out of this world. They're always good. Treasure games always have good music, but I love
its opening is the Japanese opening is so good.
I know.
Wait, it has an opening? I didn't know.
It has an opening. I'll send it to you after.
Troublemakers. Yeah, that song is so good. Yeah,
I didn't know it had a vocal. It's like vocals and
shit?
Yeah,
it's like a vocal anime opening. It is iconic.
I did not know this.
Troublemakers. It's called. It's a great song.
Maker.
Yeah, it's so catchy. Love that.
I don't recommend trying to get all the gold diamonds. It's actually really hard.
I'm never 100% of that game. I would.
You get the secret ending though. It's so frustrating.
You see your cute.
All right. Well, Jorge, let's move on to your round 2 game.
I'm excited about this one. You know what? No, I'm gonna switch a little bit on the fly, baby. We're doing it live.
Okay.
My second game will be Beetle Adventure Racing by Paradigm Entertainment, 1999. I always think since we couldn't do Cruisin', because those are actually
bad
also
games.
Well, they're okay.
They're Nintendo though. They're first party. Yeah.
They're Nintendo published. Yeah. The reason I can't put Cruisin' on. I personally like them, Kyle. You be quiet. But I actually think this game, Beetle Adventure Racing, is a better arcade racer with little cars in them. Even though you only can choose one vehicle, because it is a licensed game, it is still one of my favorite arcade racers.
Is it licensed by Beetle? Like the
I am not. Yes, it is a Volkswagen licensed game.
Oh wow!
Yes.
What the hell?
It was EA. EA actually was gonna. I wrote this down. It was originally gonna be a Need for Speed game on the N64. But then EA like closed the deal on a VW on like, or Volkswagen on like, hey, make a game about the Beetle, and they're like, well, shit, we got some here, so just slap the Beatles on there.
I had no idea.
But then like, yeah, it became its own thing, and honestly, I think it's a really cool racer. Like, it's not because of the roster, because your options are kind of limited. It's really funny. They do have different colors and they all have different stats. That's the difference between all the cars. But the stage design, I guess they had to compensate in every other aspect. So the stage design is great. Like, you can play a track multiple times and it won't be the same. Like, there's so many
it has like
different
variations?
hidden routes. Yeah. And it's not on the fly. It's things you're like, oh, well, I went this way last time. Let me go this way this time. Obviously, there's like better routes than others, but like, you want to keep playing a game because you're like, well, what if I go that way this time? And that's cool. I had a lot of fun with it when I picked it back up during my collection days. And it's also got a pretty cool soundtrack. It's
a game that I've seen on so many like people's collection shelves of N64 games, and every time I'm like, I'm like Beetle Adventure, and they're like, you don't even know. Like, this game is like straight Kino. Like, you don't know. I'm like, I didn't grow up with it, but like, I know everyone I know who did loves this game to death, and it's been on my list of games to try.
It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, I'm into like cool, fun racing games. I never knew what made this one special, but that sounds fun. If it's like got wacky, if it's got like wacky. It also, I'm looking at pictures. It looks real nice for an N64 game.
It's a very good looking game. I love the replay system or it's not really a replay system, but when you finish a track, it'll show you like highlights. It'll actually take do like a sizzle reel of like your best moments.
Oh, that's fun.
And so every once in a while it'll like catch a moment where you just exploded, and that's just funny unintentionally. But I love it, and it plays a little music that goes like doo 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 doo, boom.
That's awesome. That's
so
I gotta try
recommend
one of
it.
these days.
I love arcade racers too. That always comes
relatively easy to get your hands on too, which is nice.
That I don't know. Last time we said a game was cheap, we were very wrong about that, so I'm not going to do that again.
It's like $20. I mean, these days.
Okay,
that's not bad.
That's actually.
I think, generally speaking, I think most N64 games are not too bad.
Yeah, they kind of had their time in the spotlight like a decade ago in the retro game sphere, but now like kids collecting retro games didn't even like N64 was like well before their time. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we're in the PS2 nostalgia era, I think.
I think we're almost in the 3DS nostalgia era.
Oh, no, you're right. Shit, we're in the Wii 3DS stuff.
Yeah.
The DS stuff was last time. I think we're heading towards the 3DS stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, they're getting expensive now too, because you can't really you kind of have to get the hardware for that one.
The DS and 3DS are kind of locked to their hardware, so.
Goodness.
Man, I'm looking at footage of this game, and like it's got a really good speed to it, and like a good weight to
Yes, it feels good. That's the part I need to mention. It feels amazing. Like it, my pet peeve with racing games is like, if I can't turn, like if I have to figure out how to fucking turn with more than like 5 inputs, then I'm not playing this. I'm just not. Let me turn, and I want it to feel good. I want to feel the skidding of the tires. I want to feel a controller rumble as things get a little rough. That's all I want. I just want the responsiveness of it. And Beetle Adventure Racing does that really well.
Like, obviously the physics are unrealistic, but it feels like it feels like it's based racer. More in reality.
It's meant to be more like funny, like fun.
I just looked up footage too. That is so funny. You said it's supposed to be a Need for Speed game. It looks exactly like a Need for Speed game. Just like in the way it moves and like the UI and everything.
I didn't know. I did not know
funny.
Until I looked it up. Yeah, it was going to be
cool. I gotta try this. This has been on my list forever, so I definitely should try this game out. Yeah,
please.
That's so cool.
Well, I have a racing game for my round 2 pick.
Really?
Yeah, it is Snowboard Kids 2.
True, that is a racing game.
So Snowboard Kids 1 came out on the PS1, but 2 was an N64 exclusive, so this is my way to cheat and talk about both.
Snowboard Kids came out for
your
PS1? The first game?
Actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that at all.
No, wait a minute. I don't think it did.
Snowboard Kids came out?
You're
Yeah,
good,
it says,
Kyle.
no, at least on the Wikipedia
It
page,
did.
it says PlayStation.
It did. I mean, well,
What?
it's called Snowboard. It looks like it's like a Snowboard Kids
I'm learning
Plus
so
situation,
much.
but even then, it's
Oh.
probably the same game. It looks like it came out in Japan.
Either
Wow.
way.
I did not know that.
I will talk about Snowboard Kids 2, though, because I also think that one does get overlooked, because most people, I feel like, even if they knew Snowboard Kids was a thing, I don't think a lot of people knew it had a sequel. It's really cool because the kids get aged up. They're like snowboard teens.
Yeah, they're
There's
cool
a
kids.
pretty feature-rich single-player game, so there's at least like some mileage you can get out of it
has
if you're
RPG
playing it.
elements.
Yeah, you can like
An Atlas
change.
game.
It is produced by Atlas
Oh,
or
yeah.
published by Atlas. So there's like a little story you can do, and it's got some different mini games to it and different boss fights. Like there's something there if you're doing it single player, but multiplayer is definitely where it's at. And you know, it's an arcade snowboarder game, so you know you have the physics and kind of the momentum of snowboarding. That part does feel somewhat grounded, but then you've got all the power-ups you can sling at people, whether it's bombs or snowballs that turn people into snowmen or wash pans, because this is a very Japanese game. But
These are
like the
such
cool
cute
thing,
power-ups though.
oh, it's so cute. And then like
Funny,
it just
yeah.
feels really good to do a little trick because it's very easy. You just hold the direction before you jump, and you'll do a trick. And as long as you have enough space, you'll land it. But like, it just feels really good to like get the turns right, to get a trick in, to get some bonus points, and get your power ups. Like, I think really why I want to bring this game up is that when it comes to kart racers, we basically only talk about Mario Kart and then maybe Diddy Kong Racing, and everything else gets
Pretty much.
kind of left in the wayside. Even though for a while, like it was a whole genre.
Yeah. There are a lot of racers on N64. Like a lot of like kart racing-esque games on N64. A lot more than I think people realize.
Exactly. And it's doing some unique and interesting things. You know, the physics of the snowboard are something to consider that feels very different from racing in a car. And there's some quirks to that because you do laps by going up the mountain. So if you want to go up the mountain, you have to
you
reach
get on the
little
yeah.
ski lift.
Yeah.
And so because of that, like the gate opens
I love
up,
the
you can
ski
get into the ski lift. And then once you're in the ski lift, you're going up the mountain and everyone else has to wait for the ski lift to open up again. So there's this weird like timing to the way that the laps work to where like the only thing that matters is getting in that door the second it opens up. And so once that happens, you either like you have a bit of time to catch up. So, okay, as long as I beat the person either directly in front of me or directly behind me, I'm good. It just a little thing like that changes the speed and the pace of the race like quite a bit. Also, like you're snowboarding, you're fun little kids. Like it's just a cool little game.
And a great art style. It's such a good
I
art
love
style.
it.
Yeah.
I love the character designs. Even to this day, they just, I don't know, they evoke such, I don't know, feelings in my art self. Like, oh, this is so unique.
Let's say that some of the
So
characters
good.
have big old noses. Like
I
you would draw,
love it.
Jorge.
I love the girl with the really pointy nose. I'm like a sucker for designs like that. Yeah.
She's the best one.
So cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a game. It's always been on my radar. I've never given it a really huge. I don't own it, and like I
Really?
didn't grow up with it, so it's a game I know I'd probably really like if I like had the right like group night to play it with.
Yeah, it certainly is like if you have some sort of like themed party or something, where you've got like the emulator pulled up and multiple controllers, like it takes a little bit more legwork to
Yeah.
make work. But if you do, it's so fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I recently got one of those like the Bluetooth NSO controllers, which is beyond useful because it connects
actually.
to everything. So I connect it to my little like Android Retroid pocket thing, and it works like a charm. So like there's a lot of good ways to play N64 games for me now. So I do want to play this game. I've always wanted to like put a decent amount of time into Snowboard Kids, but it's just like it's so cute. And I get another game where everybody who's grew up with it loves it to death. There's like no questions asked. If you grew up with Snowboards Kids, it's one of your like special faves. Like
I remember Fangamer had the Snowboard Kid license for a while, and we were very happy about that. And
Oh yeah, you've got the vinyl for it.
yeah, we had the vinyl and we had a pin.
oh really?
Yeah,
So cool. I didn't know that,
for like a
actually.
brief time because like
Yeah.
it is still at the end of the day a niche series. So like,
it's still owned by Atlas, I assume?
It is. Actually, Atlas kept making Snowboard Kids games after too.
It looks like there's a DS one.
Yeah, I remember the DS one because you can unlock Jack Frost in that one from SMP.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
so fun.
It's a cute little series. I do wish it came back somehow. I guess like snowboarding games were like a thing and now they're not.
Yeah, because you had around that time you also had 1080, which was pretty beloved.
1080 SSX on
the extreme sports
thing.
Genre in general was just like a very late 90s thing. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It's just a cute little fun game. And I feel like people need to get out of their comfort zone when it comes to kart racers and these more like arcadey racing games or like sports genres and things like that. It's charming, and it's not really asking.
Stop
that
playing
much
Mario Kart 64 is what he's saying. Stop playing Mario Kart 64.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like I think
Mario Kart
there
64.
is this weird like pretentiousness with video games where if it's not like giving you an experience that is like beyond your expectations or something, that it's like not worth a damn. But it's like Snowboard Kids is like exactly what it is and like what you're getting yourself into. And I think that's like super valuable. And like, I love games like that, where it's just this little confident game that you love for like the little things that it is. I don't know. Like I can imagine someone playing Snowboard Kids and being like, yeah, but like, why wouldn't I just play like Mario Kart? And it's like, you don't get it. Like you don't get
or
it.
1080. Like people, because I think more people play 1080 than they did Snowboard Kids actually.
We should take a quick break with a segment I like to call game ratings, because I almost forgot to do that.
Are you serious?
It's okay.
I'll present a category like fighting game finishing moves, play it loud Game Boy colors, games you'd rent at a Blockbuster, and we're going to come up with something underrated, overrated, and accurately rated. Today's topic is N64 controller colors.
Yes.
Wow.
Which I didn't know there was this many when you sent the picture for them.
There were a lot more than I thought.
There's a lot.
Yep.
I have opinions. I didn't know I had opinions about.
Yeah, I thought about it for a while,
but I do.
Yeah.
In fact, since there's three of us, Jorge, why don't you start and just walk us through your list?
Okay. So do you just want me to go through all of them then?
Just go through all of them,
okay.
and we can comment on the most controversial of your statements.
Okay, pick which one I start with then.
Let's do your overrated one.
Overrated, easy, baby. Gold controller. Who gives a fuck about this thing?
Okay, I have a question for you.
How long does the
gold? How long does the gold actually last?
It's pretty durable, actually.
I was gonna say it's not really like
durable,
it's not really as like gold metallic as it looks. It's very like it's pretty matte-ish finish. It's not. It's fine. It's just like a gold plastic.
It is like durable. I have never seen like a chipped gold controller. I think the plastic itself is molded, or sorry, it's what is it called? Like when it, injected. It's like an injected.
Yeah, it's like injected
gold color
plastic. Yeah.
So the thing is, it's durable. Yeah, but I also don't care. Like I don't, and like for some reason this is always like the most sought after controller, and that it's not like, because there are like limited edition versions of the gold controller, by the way. Which also is like another can of worms, but I didn't care enough because, again, I just like, I don't know. I guess I got tired of seeing it because it was always like whenever people wanted, whenever like those stupid Facebook like aesthetic groups would be like N64 and they would just show the fucking gold control and the fucking gold console with the gold Zelda card. And I'm like, piss off, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I'm glad that's kind of over. I think people really love the 90s look that these systems give. So like everyone wants like the most ridiculous
now it's
N64.
Now it's the clear shells that are popular.
All right, well, what's your underrated then?
Well, actually, my underrated is this is predictable. It's the Donkey Kong banana controller.
Like, I did not know this was a thing.
I didn't notice. I knew it was a thing. I never noticed the little poop stains at the bottom that are supposed to make it.
It has
like
poop stains, so it looks like it looks like
a monkey does.
I mean, pardon the imagery, but it looks like someone stuck it up their butt and then pulled it out. But like it's because it's supposed to look like the tip of a banana. Because like the controller looked like a goddamn banana. It's brilliant, and it's
cute,
yellow, which is one of my favorite colors, and it has the Donkey Kong logo, which I'm a fucking simp for. Like Donkey Kong is it's one of my Nintendo slaps. Like I'll still play everything Donkey Kong, but I love it. I've been trying to track it down. Well, I kind of gave up after I stopped collecting as much. I kind of stopped looking for it because it is actually rare now.
I can imagine, yeah.
But I would not, like, if I found one, I would consider it. And then my accurately rated controller is Extreme Green, the neon green shell color.
It's painful to look at.
It's cool. What are you talking about? Put that under a black.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it hurts my eyes.
I'm glad you brought up some of these because some of these are on my list too. So I'm excited to talk
cool.
about these.
Extreme Green, if your eyes hurt, is because you're a weakling. Extreme Green is like the best color on a clear shell. It's not my favorite color. I already said which one it was, but like that one, I look at it and it does remind me of like early 90s space Lego, like Blacktron, where like everything was neon green.
Yeah.
Oh god, Don, I'm glad you're here. You're the only like non-licensed Lego fan, like the only other one I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the trans colors they used back then were so good.
Yeah,
like,
the trans green, like they're painful, but they're so fun. They're just
the trans
so, like,
orange was always like
retro futuristic. Oh yeah. I think if I had to pick another clear shell, it would be watermelon red. But yeah,
that one's great. List. Yeah, the watermelon red looks really nice. Yeah.
Well, Don, why don't we get to your list?
Sure. So I guess I'll do my overrated first. That we did.
Sure.
Okay. So my overrated was Atomic Purple. I feel like Atomic Purple is like one of the few that always gets brought up when the like translucent colors get brought up. But that like
is the one, yeah.
I think Atomic Purple can look good. The N64 controller looks terrible. Like it looks like it's so like muted and like smoky colored in like a really like unappealing way. I don't know. I just like I never liked it, but it was like one of the most iconic colors for that system and its controller. And I was always like, I don't know, like there's a lot of cool translucent controllers. I just never liked that one.
This is a good pick. Do you think that like the Game Boy Color Atomic Purple looked different than the
I think it looks
N64?
better. I think it looks better.
Yeah.
But I do still.
So I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I still don't love it. Like I think other atomic or other translucent plastic colors work really well. I don't know what did the Game Boy Color have other translucent plastic colors? Was it only the purple?
No, it came with a few more. I think. I'll look it up, but you can keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, that was. I don't have a ton to say. It's just like I just see it all the time. It's like one of the most like if you were to mention like the translucent atomic series of the controllers, it's usually the first one that comes to people's heads, and I'm always like, yeah, it's probably my least favorite out of all of them. So.
That's a good pick because that is the most loved color.
Yeah,
Atomic Purple of the clear shells.
All right, should I do my underrated right next?
Go ahead.
Sure. Okay, my underrated, funny enough, is the Extreme Green. Because that's the one that's the one that I grew up with, and I never see it mentioned. There was never a console to go with it, so like it was a controller exclusive color, and that's the one that I grew up with. I really wish I had it still, because like it would be really nostalgic. But like when you sent that picture, I'm like, that thing is awesome. Like it is sticking out like a sore thumb. It looks so funny.
Yeah.
But I like irradiate. It's like radiate.
But I like that. It's like
it definitely looks like some sort of color test or something, and not.
No,
like...
but I really think that's cool because, like, you know, if you're trying to get like what the '90s were for these things, you're trying to get something weird and like in your face. All these colors like pale in comparison to that green one. Like it is knocking it out of the park.
It intimidates them.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about it until you post that picture. I'm like, oh my god, that was the one. Because you know, I always saw the jungle green. Is that what it was called? The translucent green one.
Yeah,
and I always saw that one,
yeah.
And I think I've fooled myself in my head thinking that was the one I grew up with. Nuh-uh. It was that extreme green one. I was like, oh my god, that's it.
You're right. I don't think there was a shell for the console in this color.
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Nintendo 64.
I've seen like people with like complete collections of the N64 colors, and I'm always like, I don't think I ever had a green N64, so I don't know why. I always had a gray one, so I'm like, why did I have that controller? And that makes sense now. I must have gotten it separately. But yeah, as gaudy as it looks, I kind of love it for that reason. I think it's a little underrated. And then my average one, funny enough, it's the gold one, because it is like you said, it's like everyone loves it, but it's pretty slick looking. I think it's pretty slick looking, but I get it. Like, it is not the look I would want if I had a Nintendo 64 because I'd want it to be.
I wouldn't
like,
want to touch it. Like,
yeah.
I play with this.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want. I want something fun.
It's to show off.
I want something fun and inviting. One that's not on here that I do own. It's the front shell is red and the back shell is blue. It is a really slick color combination for an N64 controller. Oh. Yeah, I don't know which
one is. I've never.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. I don't know if someone just like modded it. I bought it like used forever ago, but it's a pretty nice one. That's the one I mainly use. Yeah, I was just like, gold is typical whenever I see gold N64s, but it's also different than everyone else. Like, it's decently like unique in the way it looks. So I like it. I think the like other like. I think like the DK one I beat was on my other pick. I was like, DK one's pretty cool because it's like the only one with like a decal
it's
on
a banana. Oh, banana.
So the DK logo is just infinitely cooler than the stupid Pokemon logo. So like, I'm just saying, like, it's way cooler to have. Who wants like Juggernaut, like corporate stupid logo on your fucking controller when you can have DK64 on your controller?
Yeah. It just says DK. It doesn't say Donkey Kong TM.
That's a perfect segue into my overrated controller, which is the Pokemon Blue controller.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mostly because like it comes with the Pokemon console, and that is even if you love Pokemon in that era, that's an ugly ass console.
Pikachu just laying there.
Yeah, it's like weirdly injected molded on it, and it doesn't have any undercuts, so it's like weirdly blobby. Yeah, it's like not designed for anything. And also, the only people that had that at that era were like the Richies.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, all right. That's true. That was a sign of like, oh, you're the spoiled kid, huh?
But nowadays, it's the same thing nowadays. Now, if you own the N64, you're some rich, stupid, like, pokey bro,
Exactly. And they always have like 5 of them on a shelf, and you're like, dog, what are you doing? You're not even playing.
Yeah, they got the blue one, the orange one, the one that's like no Pikachu.
No, they'll have like multiples of just the Pokemon.
Wait, are you
ones.
Serious? Okay,
I've seen ones where people are like have their whole shelf, and it's like, what is this?
Say, be a real one and have a normal N64 that you actually play with, and like don't have as a display piece, please.
They're just collect dust. Pikachu's choking on dust. Like,
did you not watch Toy Story 2? They're supposed to be played with.
Oh my god! Wait, so like, does Pikachu every time you close the door, does Pikachu come to life and it's like, Pika, I'm stuck in this console.
He can't get off the controller.
Why am I in his console shell?
He just wants his toe pressed. He wants the on button to be pressed. And they won't do it.
Hey,
it's a display.
Woody, press my toe, please.
Press my toe.
I'm begging you.
Pika.
Yeah, that is a gaudy little system.
It kind of is. Like, I get the appeal. If you're like 10 years old, I get the appeal. But nowadays, like, why? It's just
for the Poke. They're for the Poke Bros nowadays. Yeah.
All right.
Let them have it.
My underrated one is the clear orange one. I don't see that one as the more popular of the clear colors, and it's cool.
I love that one.
I actually own that one. It's the one I used to play. So
reminds me of orange soda, and I love orange soda.
Yeah, it looks nice with all the primary colors, especially with like the grays and the yellows of the C buttons. Yep. It's just a lovely little clear one, and I don't think it matches the same like Y2K clear plastic aesthetic. So I don't see that one getting like as shouted out as much as say like the jungle jade green one. I feel like anyone that had the colored console had that one specifically, and not the orange one.
Atomic purple.
Or atomic purple. Mm-hmm. That's the one. I do that one. I think I'm on equal grounds with that one and the red one, the watermelon one. They're both really nice, just shades.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to say that my accurately rated one is the atomic purple, and it's the one that you think of when we. Yeah, go.
My underrated pick's the gray one.
I mean, maybe. Sorry, Kyle, go on.
Look, when you think of the clear plastic, like that shade of purple is usually the one that comes to mind. For work, year we always do these April Fool's jokes for Corsair. And one of the things that we did for them last year was we made them a custom all clear purple computer case.
That's fun.
The keyboard had like all clear keys on it. The mouse was all clear. Everything was all clear purple. And it was purple. Like, I think the reason is specifically because of the N64. Like it's just
that and the Game Boy. The Game Boy Color definitely did it too. That was pretty iconic color.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color,
I think the Game Boy Color one does look better. I'm on that camp.
I'm just saying it's the one that people think about. It's a value neutral statement.
Yep,
so
makes sense. That's exactly
that's my accurate
Yeah.
rating.
You guys work with Corsair?
Yeah, we do their April Fool's prank.
Oh.
Anyways, why don't we get back to the episode?
Brain Lords, video games of the mind.
You don't understand. It's after us. It's big. It's got huge teeth, a big beak, bulgy eyes, feathers, fur everywhere.
Yeah, and pigs can fly.
No bears can fly. Bad guys beware. Here comes Banjo-Kazooie. We're your both bird and bear with amazing powers. There's never been anything like this head-banging, sky-flying, rock-hopping, egg-shooting, tag-teaming duo. Banjo-Kazooie, only for Nintendo.
君たちこの夏64ウルトラ楽しいマッハスペシャルアクションアドベンチャーゴエモン頑張れゴエモン8月7日発売
ゴエKonami.
Hey man, how's it going?
Not bad, not bad. No more cowboy ghosts, right? You gotta understand something. I ride the Clancers. I have the answers. I played Greek dodgeball with a Persian kitty. Just me, Marina light years, and a lot of shaking. Oh sure, those bees need their honey, but I need gold gems. The professor cannot wait forever. The evil empire will not allow it. So, where you going?
Here's fine. New Mischief Makers, only on Nintendo 64. It's a trip.
What are you guys doing with Mario? No! Leave Mario out of this. Start talking. Okay. You've made your point. Star Fox 64 is the highly advanced combat game for the Nintendo 64. The Fox team includes Fox McCloud and his wingmen, Peppy Hare, Slippy Toad, and Falco Lombardi.
Brain Lords, video games of the mind.
Sorry, Don. Go ahead. What is your number?
Yes, Don.
Oh yes, yeah, I'm going back to platformers. We're doing Rocket: Robot on Wheels.
Oh, let's go. This is your field now.
What is this
Developed
game?
by
You are in control.
So yeah. Oh really? Wait, both of you guys don't know this game? Okay.
I have not played it.
So,
I know of it, but I never played it.
It's developed by Sucker Punch, which are the guys that made Sly Cooper.
Yeah, fucking Sucker Punch.
Yeah. So immediately,
okay.
I want to say, if you play this game, you will immediately recognize that. Immediately, the character designs and the way the game moves feels so much like a Sly Cooper game. But yeah, this game's really cool. So it's a pretty like no nonsense 3D platformer that you'd expect in N64 with like Mario 64 star-esque objectives and a hub world with levels with each, with like same idea. But it's very physics based. So like you're not as like rigid. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie is very rigid with how you move. Everything is very yeah. But with this game, it's a lot more like you have like a grapple and you're grappling things and throwing things and you can like swing on your little grappling hook and you're like this little car robot. So like when you're going up slopes, you're kind of like, it's a little slower going up slopes. You're a little faster going down slopes. And like, it just feels really good. Like there's just this really good feeling. It is not the best platformer on N64 by a long shot. It gets, demolished by most of like the juggernauts, but it's pretty unique. The vibes are really cool. The hub world and the first few stages are very circus themed. So like there's this very like cutesy like theme park circus kind of vibe that everything has. The later stages are really wacky, very like random. There's like an Egyptian stage where you're riding on like a magic carpet. There's like a stage where you're in like ancient Rome and you have to like pick up paint and like throw it at things to like paint things in certain colors.
So you've got like a telekinetic little grapple.
Yeah,
beam?
you have like a little grapple beam and you can like pick things up and you're supposed to like it'll like have a little arc where it shows you where you could throw it. So you're supposed to throw things into, I don't know, onto buttons or, you know, onto enemies or whatever. You don't really have any kind of combat besides that. You can pick up enemies and like throw them onto the ground to kill them. But like, there isn't really generic like platformer combat like you usually have in these games. So it's kind of weird in that way. It's got a really good OST, and yeah, it just feels like it's really weird and different for a platformer, and I just don't think it gets a lot of credit because it's kind of like the most underrated one out of the big ones. You know, it's like I think this one's probably the least talked about out of like some of the platformers that, especially like generic 3D platformers.
I've never heard about it until today.
Really?
So.
Oh, it's in a red cartridge. It's a weird, unique thing
that's
about
cool.
it. Yeah, that's interesting that you've never heard about it. Yeah.
The character on the cartridge itself, the render, they kind of look like one of those movies that's like a knockoff DreamWorks movie where you're like, why are they making a David and Goliath movie?
It kind of, the game has sort of that feeling where it feels like you're playing like this weird, like it wants to be all the popular 3D platformers that are coming out right now.
Oh.
But like it is good enough and unique enough where you feel like this is like different and decently good. There are moments that are infuriating with its physics engine. It is like, it is not perfect. And like sometimes when you're like trying to throw what it demands from you, you're like, what is wrong with you, game? Like what, like this is like a maniac game, like it needs to stop. But
it's for the sickos.
Yeah, but it's really cute to see design philosophies that they used in Sly Cooper that they started from this game. I think it's their first game, so like and it's a pretty sizable game. I think there's like 8 levels or something, which is pretty big. Like, you know, pretty decent size. Awesome. Yeah, pretty decent size 3D platform. If you're like itching, if you feel like you've exhausted all of those kind of like open world 3D platformers like that, this is a pretty cool little like hidden gem of a game that like I feel like you could be like, oh wow, how have I never heard about this? Like this is kind of cool. And the vibes are off the charts, but like the vibes, this game is vibey as hell. It just got a really cool, and the OST is really cool. It's cool. I don't know. It's worth talking about.
I really like it. I'm looking at a long play right now, and I really like the sort of momentum and weight. It's cool because like this is a round where games really actually start to have physics that means something.
Yeah, it feels
that
like
was
it's really
the appeal of platformers, was to make things like, you know, put you in a world where you feel like there's gravity, there's control, there's weight.
Yeah, it doesn't,
I don't know.
It doesn't have like the movement of like something like Mario 64, but it has like the weight and like satisfaction of like a platformer like that, where it really does feel like you are interacting with the world, you know, like it truly does feel like you are a little robot critter like moving around.
Yeah, the way the camera moves around, like it really does feel like you're on a little powered unicycle.
Yeah, the theme of this episode tends to be, man, if I wish I grew up with this game, because if I had this as a kid, I would have loved it. But like, you know, I grew up with the generic stuff. So, you know, I had like Mario and Star Fox. So it's cool, like when I discover these games, like how did I never even, like this dude's design too, a little one-wheeled robot. I used to love character designs like that as a kid. I used to like draw little robots with like one wheel like this. If I saw this game sitting at Blockbuster, I would have got it immediately. It just never caught. It's a red cartridge. I don't know how it never caught my eye. Like, must have just never saw it at my Blockbuster or something. Yeah,
I love that feeling though. Like playing something after the fact and being like, I know there's a child in me right now that is losing their fucking mind.
I know. Yeah, there's so many.
This is exactly what I was looking for years.
I do like these off the cuff sort of just like talky videos that I do every once in a while, where I just like, you know, just shoot the shit about things. And one of them is, the topic is games that I wish I grew up with, where it's like games that I played later in life that are like, man, this would have been like personality changing, where it's like,
that's me with Earthbound. I wish I played Earthbound and gave it a chance when it came out.
Crazy enough, that's me with Zelda. I never played Zelda growing up, but like I know I would have loved something like Wind Waker as a kid, because that was like, you know, I think I'm a little young. I might be a little younger than you guys, but like I was like maybe 8 to 10 when that game was new. If I played that at that age, I would have it would have been my completely personality changing. It would have been everything to me. So like, I'm really surprised I just somehow didn't play a single Zelda game until I was like a teenager. It's just like really interesting. But anyway, I always say like Rocket Robot on Wheels, but it is Rocket Robot on Wheels. Like, but yes,
Rocket Robot.
Rocket Robot on Wheels is very fun. It's definitely worth.
I'm
it's
glad.
Worth a look. Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned this is also a piece of history. I did not know this was Sucker Punch's first game.
Yeah.
This is like Ghost of Tsushima Rocket Punch. Like Soccer Punch. Not Rocket. Rocket Robot on Wheels was made by Sucker Punch, no colon.
Yeah.
Which is now known for fucking Ghost of Tsushima and Yote. Like I think both of us are not familiar with this one.
I'm happy. Yeah. I was assuming that you guys had both played this because I just assumed it's like one of those cool, weird, underrated platformers that like anyone in the know has like tried at least. But that's nice.
I love blind here. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, I think there's gonna be a few games that you guys have we'll talk about that I don't even know. But yes, this is.
Yeah. Why don't we try and get another one of those with Jorge? What's your round 3?
Oh, pick? I'm excited for this one. My round 3 pick is Flying Dragon by Culture Brain. Yes.
Got me on that. I have never heard of this game. I have no clue.
So please look it up. So okay, here's the funny thing about Flying Dragon. It is a 2-in-1 game. And the one of the games
yes.
Yeah, so the characters in one game are like regular proportions, and in the other game they're like super deformed. In the adult, I guess, version of the characters game, it's just a Virtua Fighter clone, and it's unremarkable by even those standards. It's actually kind of funny because the other half of this game, the SD one, is an exceptional 2D fighter on the N64, which is actually really rare because most fighters on the N64 are 3D. Like kind of in an arena, like Virtua Fighter style.
Yeah. Sorry, you're meaning like you can move in all directions versus just a single plane.
Whereas like Flying Dragon SD is like a 2D. Like you do have a sidestep dodge function, but you cannot influence moves on a 3D space. It always functions left to right. So like even like your commands have to follow like what direction your character's facing on a 2D plane. Now, that being said, that this is why I love this game. It's like these are also, aside from RPGs, the other genre I feel is pretty rare on the N64 is like the 2D fighter.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, like most people will think Rakuga Kids when they think of, well, I say most people, but I don't think a lot of people play Rakuga Kids. But
if you're normal like me and think about Rakuga
Kids.
But
I think even less people know about Flying Dragon, even though it is like another pretty good 2D fighter. It has like really cute character designs, the really SD mode. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're really good. The voice acting is good. The graphics look cool. The music is amazing. I fucking love I think it's the theme of Hiryu, the Final Fantasy 1 fighter looking guy. His theme is bananas. I always listen to it when I want to pump myself up, even to this day. There's like a RPG mode where you level up your character, you buy items for your character, and you like kind of go through like a little like map to see like, I don't know, I guess it is kind of the story mode, but it is kind of like a single player campaign.
Yeah, I have a long play pulled up, and the red kung fu outfit character, like the main guy, just beat someone, and a green text box pops up, and it goes, "I won't be defeated by anyone," and then it goes, "You get a prize of 5 credits. You get 4 experience points for Kung Fu Jacket."
It's a lovely
Interesting.
game.
It's a cheap game,
I recommend
too.
it.
I definitely want to try to pick this
really?
up. Yeah, it's like $30, not even. I got to try to get this. This is a really...
God, I remember when it was like cool. $7 because no one knew about it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I remember I picked it up for like $7 at a flea market.
I have like another fighting game on N64. It's not very good, but this one sounds a lot more interesting. I definitely want to try to get this.
So
yeah, I like the character portrait art a lot.
Yes, and the gameplay itself is cool too. It does have like command inputs that are similar to like Street Fighters and KOFs and stuff like that. Every character has a counter move, so it keeps you on your toes. Like if you know what you're doing, you can I guess keep the opponent on your toes. It's really hard to do with the AI because they know when you're gonna fucking counter, but like, I just like that it's there. To me, that it kind of it reminds me a little bit of Dead or Alive, but it's a little more predictable. Still, I have such a soft spot for it. I remember renting it randomly and being just like wowed by it. This was one game I bought when it came out, or sorry, rented when it came out. So nice. I was pretty happy.
I think a lot of 3D fighters of that era too, like they just don't feel very responsive. But this game is very snappy looking. It's very fast.
Yeah. If you come over, I'll let you play it. It feels good, and like it feels like a 2D fighter should.
That's awesome.
Which again surprises me because the other game included in it is exactly everything you hate about fighting games. It's not responsive. Funny. It's clunky. It's like just trying to be another, like a better fighting game. It's so bizarre to me that they tried to even add.
Also, it looks muddier. Like the visuals are just not as
it's just it's bizarre because I'm like, yeah, you had a good game already. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a history on why they developed it like that.
I guess the only history I have on this is that it is the Hiryu no Ken series is a long running series, and the US actually had some of the Culture Brain Hiryu no Ken games on the NES. Even one called Flying Dragon that was an NES version of Flying Dragon. I have a soft spot for like these defunct companies that don't make games anymore, and Culture Brain is one of them. Everything they make, I always want to try it out because I'm like, oh, they're the Flying Dragon people.
They have some like Ninja N64 game, Nintama Rantaro 64 game gallery. Stinking cutest cover art I've ever seen. It might be based on like an anime or something, but it is so cute. I don't know what it is. That's crazy.
Brain. What did you say, Nintama?
If you look up like it's like Nintama Game Gallery on N64 or something.
I just want to see the cover. Oh yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's a game added to my list. This is the eBay sellers can thank you later. No, I'm kidding.
I'm glad it hasn't ballooned. It's still relatively unknown. Like, I guess no YouTuber has like blown it up yet. But
I think Rocket
that day might come.
I think Rocket Robot is pretty expensive. Yeah, it's like $150.
Probably because it's a red card.
Yeah, like, that game was cheap. I think I probably bought it for like $10.
All of these were cheap because no one cared about the N64. Everyone was shitting on it for the longest time. And
I know it was always like this weird black sheep system, and I was always like, "This is like my childhood system." There was like, this is the one I remember.
All right, Kyle, you're up.
Yeah. I got to get to mine. My round 3 pick is Hybrid Heaven.
I need to know about everyone I've mentioned this list to. I got to preface this. I've mentioned this list to so many people being like, yeah, I'm doing this podcast. We're talking about, they're like, are you going to mention Hybrid Heaven? I'm like, I don't even know what Hybrid Heaven is. I have no idea what this game is.
Oh, you're about to
All right, Don, let me break down what Hybrid Heaven is for you. So to put this in perspective, this is a 1999 Konami developed game. Konami, as you might remember, was pretty busy in 1998. So this is probably something that was being developed on or like right after Metal Gear.
Okay.
And it feels like it's in line with that tone of like mature kind of game.
Tonally it's very much like that.
I'm looking at it. I was not expecting it to look like this. Okay.
I have not seen better looking human models on the console than Hybrid Heaven. They look really good. Yeah.
Wow. They're proud enough to close in on them for some cutscenes, like when they're talking and shit.
Yeah, the texturing looks really good.
There is a rumor that Kojima did uncredited work on it. I mean, I can't, I think though it's fair to say that like the Konami influence is there, like in that era. But anyways, this is a game. The plot's kind of insane. You're playing like a Native American man.
It's hard to not spoil it. That's the problem.
Yeah. Who's like the alternate alias for someone that's assassinated, and you're going and investigating this like underground bunker, and basically in this underground facility, they're doing a lot of this like genetic modification on humans and cloning and making these hybrids, which are these sort of like just modified monsters with scythes for arms and these just crazy, crazy creatures. So the bulk of the game is exploring in this like really synthy atmospheric underground bunker. You're doing simple platforming. You're looking around for locks and keys.
Oh yeah, there's like dungeons in this game.
there's dungeon in this game, just one big dungeon.
It is one underground dungeon, but each stage feels like the layout is designed to be like find a key, open this door. Find a key, open
and there's
the
a
door.
lot of fidelity too because it is such an enclosed space. So they knew what they were doing. In addition to that, there's like little enemy turrets and robots and stuff that you can use like a little first-person phaser thing to defeat. It just adds a little bit of extra texture to the exploring.
The long play is 11
really where the heart
hours.
of the game is.
Oh my god,
it's a long game.
It's not. It's long, but it's not terribly long.
I mean, that's a pretty long game for an N64 game.
Yeah, and it's an RPG.
Wow.
Which is the bulk of the actual game is when you get into a one-on-one armed combat. The way it works is that you have a meter that's filling up, and the higher the meter is, the more damage that you do. And once you you hit A, you pull up a menu of different like physical attacks you can do. So you have punches, you have kicks, you have grapples that you can do. You can later learn how to do combos to like chain together these moves. You can swap your stance to where you're facing forward more with your right or left arm, which will affect the distance that a kick or a punch can travel. So there's a lot of really cool things to consider. And then as you do your moves, it uses up your stamina bar. And so you have to be careful with like managing that and spacing out with the enemy. It's ultimately very simple. Like at the end of the day, it's just get up close to the enemy, do your attack, get away from them. But there's enough going on there. And like the cool ideas are there enough that like Jorge said, it's only like 10 hours. So by the time it gets kind of boring,
that's pretty sizable.
It's fine. It's not
pretty
that long.
sizable for a game like this of that era, though, I gotta say. Especially for N64 without like, with PS1, you'd expect like cutscenes and stuff, but you don't really expect a lot of that kind of thing in N64. So that's pretty cool.
That's the thing. Yeah. It has got like full cutscenes. A lot of them have voice acting.
Yeah.
The OST is like this really like dreary synth.
Haunting.
This
is a PS1 game on N64. This is the strangest
it
thing I've
really
ever
is.
seen.
It feels out of place, but in a beautiful way. Like,
That
how
is
did
so
they pull
cool.
this
I've
off?
never heard of this. I've never seen this. This is a very weird situation where this is totally foreign to me.
So I hadn't played this game in like 25 years. So I was refreshing my memory 2 nights ago, and first of all, like it is a game where it's like I had to like look up the PDF, and like I tried a couple of games back to back to kind of just get warmed up for this episode, and like a lot of these games of this era, you really like need to look up the PDF for the manual because they really expect you to do that, even though characters will tell you like in the early stages, they're often very optional conversations or they're easy to miss if you do something even slightly out of order. It is a little stiff feeling. I feel like if they just cleaned up the exploration a little bit and maybe added a little bit more variety or depth to the combat, it genuinely would be just like an all-timer on the system, like easily top 10. Yeah. But even outside of that, just playing it was like, I'll just play an hour. And like I kept getting into combats. I'm like, that was really fun. And I kept like really getting excited to get into the next combat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the most.
It lets you experiment. It lets you like play around with, because you have so many options in a fight. The way it kind of feels like a turn-based RPG, it makes you think about like a fighting game in a different perspective, in a way that I've only seen like Legend of Legaia do before. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing. I don't know why there's not more games like this.
It's a proven concept. Like you can make turn-based fighting games, and yet there's not enough of them.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Huh. Wow.
So yeah, Hybrid Heaven is like the RPG everyone forgets to mention when people go, oh,
yeah, I was gonna say I would have never thought RPG. That's crazy. Can I send a picture in the Discord? Well, this is I know some listeners probably won't be able to see this, but this is very funny.
I'll vividly describe
I found this on eBay. I was like, is this the dude's name on the cover? Like the character's name?
Oh no, Kyle.
I will describe what I'm looking at right now. It says Dawn, and then below it is a picture. And the picture is on some sort of ugly brown couch, and perfectly framed in the middle is a gray-ass N64 cartridge. It says Hybrid Heaven in a blocky, blurry, like lens flare text. There is a very stylized, realistic anime man looking dead forward at you. There's like this like shifty blues like inking into the background. It's intense. It's a beautiful drawing. And in Sharpie over this man, it just says Greg.
Freaking Greg. This is Greg.
It's also like because of that, it's like really cheap compared to other copies of this game on eBay, and I'm like, should I buy this?
This is a signed copy.
Yeah, literally.
It's signed by Greg himself.
I assume that's Greg.
Signed by Greg Hybrid Heaven.
It is like truly written like over his face too. It is like covering half of his face.
It is perfectly written over his face. So like if the main character of Hybrid Heaven was in fact called Greg and was in fact a real person, this was signed by him.
Yeah.
Is the vibe I get from this.
It's very funny. I was trying not to crack up while you were
maybe we'll make a short of it so people can see it in the YouTube channel.
Yeah. The names in this game aren't too much.
They're not that far off, yeah.
No, Mr. Diaz and Johnny Slater are some of the main
Johnny
characters.
Slater goes crazy.
Yeah,
that is a name.
Yeah, I remember
God.
Diaz, the character you play as in the first half, because it's like, yeah, I don't know, very unconventional playable character in the start of the game too.
Interesting.
Yeah, you do get
impression.
to technically for a little bit play as a Native American man, which is kind of
sounds very Kojima. Like I don't blame you for thinking that.
I need to look up the Toby Games cast list on it because I got it. I swear half of them have to have worked.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
I remember I played Metal Gear Solid and Hybrid Heaven close to each other, and let me tell you, like for like 13-year-old me, that was kind of like the rite of passage. Like, oh, I'm a grown up now. I'm playing grown up games, and Hybrid Heaven hits those like. This is like a serious game that like someone fucking died in the intro, dude. Someone got fucking murdered.
That's crazy.
And then there's like you enter the actual like lab underground, and it's scary as fuck. So again, I'm like
I got like Resident Evil vibes, like with the whole like hybrid monster creatures, like testing.
Yeah, and then the stage feels like the end game for Resident Evil 2, but like the whole thing.
Wow,
that's the whole game.
The coolest part of that game in some ways. So,
exactly.
Yeah. That's really cool. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up more of like what the staffers have done. And actually like one of the main ones has worked on Resident Evil too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But most of them actually, I'm not actually seeing MGS on any of these like miscellaneous people. Most of them worked on like soccer games, or GKO Power Pro Wrestling.
But it just thematically and tonally feels like a cousin to Metal Gear Solid 1 specifically.
Well, you think that these games are probably developed in the same building.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder if like just notes got crossed between developers.
Oh, I'm sure. Like. You would be working there and talking about this stuff, and like the game has like stealth mechanics in it. So
yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
They're not as good, but it does.
That's very funny. Interesting.
Thank you for mentioning this one, Kyle. It is one of my favorites.
It's so cool.
It would have made my list if you didn't have it on.
Yeah, I thank you for letting me have it because honestly, that forced me to have to like replay it again.
Yeah.
And because I remember bringing it up for like the first time. Like a couple of years ago when we were hanging out, and I was like, Jorge, N64 games. What was that one game? It's like you're a guy and you got this like blink gun. It's like a gun that like blinks and it like is painfully weak, and it's like it blinks. And I couldn't remember that there was like a fighting game section of this game.
I
could just remember that like the phaser in that game is just so like the sound design in that game is really good, except for the phaser, which is just the most unimpressive like little.
I still like it. It goes. Chew, chew. I don't know. I like it.
That's awesome.
It's fine. It's just I just kept remembering it as the blink gun game. But anyways, let's get on to round 4.
Yes.
Yeah, round 4.
All right. Am I starting?
Yes, Don. What's your final game?
Final game is a game called Getter Love Chorenai Party Game Danjo. It is.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna pitch this game in the shortest way. This is a competitive multiplayer dating sim.
What?
Okay, I didn't know those first two things. I knew it was a dating sim. I'm like, this is cute. Thanks, Don. As I was looking it up,
No.
Go on.
So I just played this. So this game has been on my like radar for the last because it just got a fan translation like a year or two ago, and I was looking. I'm like, oh, this looks really cute, and watched a big action button video documentary about Tokimeki Memorial. Made me a big believer in like good dating sims. So I was like, I'm into this. I'll try this one of these days. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I played it with some of my friends. My fiance and one of her friends came over. I was like, can you humor me and play this game with me tonight? And we were all playing it for like 2 hours. It is so fun. It is so stupidly fun.
Wait.
So
how does it work?
So basically, like I'm going under the assumption that you guys might know a little bit how a generic dating sim works, where you like in the beginning of your day you choose what to do, and what you choose, where you choose to go, what you choose to do depends on who you run into and what stats you increase. So it's kind of a similar deal, but when you all choose where you want to go on a map, and then the round starts, and you guys all at the same time walk to whatever location, and all the potential dating girls also walk to their designated locations where they go. And if you go to the same location as a girl, you'll meet up with them, you can talk to them, and you can, try to start getting along with them. And you can buy items that can like screw over your opponents by like canceling a date, or like being able to schedule a date on the same day of somebody else's date. Or there's like a trap girl. I'm not saying trap in the way that maybe like a decoy girl who like
full disclaimer.
Yes. Like a girl who basically is there to ruin your dates, and she can be like, you can like meet her and tell her to ruin a date for somebody else, and the first person to get a date wins. So, or to like get a girl's max stats, so they like, you confess and they agree. That is how you win. So it's got like this it's like a really long party game. It's like, it's like you do like basically every step
down for like a couple hours.
Yeah, it's like you can save between rounds, so you can like go back to it, but it's like basically like midday, evening, night, you each do something. And like stuff can happen, like random events can happen. There's mini games that can show up. You always like, there'll be a mini game where it's like a girl's getting like attacked by like muggers or something, and you have to fight them off, and the opponents can like spawn more in to try to like, ruin it.
Okay, now I'm having how did I not know about this feeling? Like,
so
this sounds amazing.
I know, yeah. So a few things. Well, first of all, I was just gonna say, my notes say insane game concept, really unique and really clever IMO. Like, I think this game is extremely clever. Like, the dating sim concept is a really like video game where you're like really parsing a lot of information and trying to like, do all these correct things to try to get this girl to like you. Gamifying that into a multiplayer experience is really clever and really cool. I really like it as a social experience because like, it was really easy for us to be like, not try to step on each other's toes sometimes, but then when when one of your opponents kind of gets a little too close, you're like, all right, I got to start trying to talk to this girl. So she starts not talking to them.
What if they talk to the girl that you think is the cute one?
I know.
And you get personally
No, exactly.
offended.
And then there's that social aspect where it's like, you might be choosing the girl that seems most plausible to get, because like you can choose your personality, and girls click with certain personalities more than others. So you can like go for a girl that you think would be best for your character's like personality, or you can just go for one you think is cute, or go for the one you conveniently started talking to originally. And then like, but it's just this fun social thing where it's like, you don't want to step on certain people's toes at some point, but then like they do something to screw you over, and you're like, all right, you want to play that game? All right, I'll schedule a date with the girl you're going after.
Like, fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's like
you're selling me 100%.
And
by the way,
cool.
There is a translation for
there
this
is a
game.
fan. It's really good too. Yeah, it's a really good fully featured.
We can play this right now.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
Incredible.
It's really well stylized. I really highly recommend looking up the intro. Also, the music. I was gonna say that in a second. The music.
I like the art a lot.
It's kind of like an early 2000s anime style, not like a 90s anime style.
Like the digital painted.
Exactly. And it's got like the girls' designs are very like Y2. I don't know how to describe it. It's like
they're also surprisingly diverse.
They are. Yeah, they're decently
blowing
unique.
My mind more than anything else.
Yeah, they're decently unique looking. There's like one girl who's supposed to be like pseudo like Jamaican kind of. I think that's like kind of the joke they're going for. There's like a very like what do you call it? Like blonde girl with like tanned skin. I don't remember. Yeah, Gyaru girl, like kind of that sort of thing. It's definitely got very unconventional. There's like a girl who's like really sick. Like she's got like kind of like a sickly look to her. I guess she's like always in the hospital.
She's a frail one.
Yeah, but like it's just like got a cool vibe. The music's really good. The plot is really funny. Where there's this like foreign exchange guy who like loves the fact that these teenagers like are constantly in love triangles, so he makes like a game out of it. So he's like it's like his name's like Alfonso. He is like your host, and like Alfonso is in love with the quote unquote like trap girl, like the girl that's supposed to be messing with you. So like you can use Alfonso to like get her off of your back. Like,
oh my god,
it's like really clever. Yeah, it's great, and it's really clever too. The weird one or whatever, the weird girl. She is the girl on the front cover of the game, but it's just her back. Like you can't see her face. So it's like the front cover is really stylish. It's like, you know, a girl like just like standing there. But yeah, so I looked this up. I was trying to find more information about it. This game is so incredibly underrated. I cannot believe it. I could not find anything about this game. I was trying to look for like any documentation on like the official art or the development, like any kind of interview about development of this game. I was so curious about it. There was nothing. I was Googling stuff in Japanese. I was Googling stuff in English. I was trying to find anything. And like this fan translation came out a few years ago, and that's the most attention it's gotten.
So it's recent. Wow.
Yeah. And
is that Alfonso, the guy in the suit?
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, he's kind of hot. I don't know. He's kind of cute.
And then that's
Alfonso looks like a Tiger and Bunny character.
Yeah, he's cool. And then that's the girl. That's like the one you just sent is like the fucked up girl who tries to mess with your dates. You can also date her. So
I can ship them. Wait, you can?
Yeah, you can date
that's
her.
Amazing.
I don't know if it loses you the game or not, but like it's the funny like I think it says like good ending ? Like or something. So it's kind of funny. It's got a really good vibe. It's really wacky and stupid, but like really smart in a lot of ways. Like just cool game. It was funny because it like reviewed pretty poorly from like Famitsu when it came out and everything. And like I feel like it's not that bad. Like I feel like I could see this being enjoyable for the right group of people. I will say though, a little frustrating. If you do play this, try to get 4 people. You can't play with just less. You have to play with 4, and the CPU's mid-max like crazy. And it was so hard to deal with a CPU.
Just makes it not fun.
Yeah, I was like we were all just trying to sabotage this one guy. So we were like this Jin guy just keeps fucking everything up. He's like dating every girl. He's getting like max stats. He like won in like a week game time, and the game's like 2 weeks long, like in game time. So it's like he won really fast. We're like, what the hell are we supposed to do about that?
Wow.
But it seems like you're functionally just playing a board game.
Yeah,
it's what it seems
100%,
like.
yeah.
It's
but
really
there's like
cool.
a weird strategy to like that movement thing that I mentioned, where you all go to a certain spot. Like you can get there before other people if you're there first, like if you're closer there in proximity of where you start from. So if you were in the school in the afternoon and then at night you go to the park's like the one right next to the school. If you know a girl's gonna be at the park and you get there first, you talk to her before another person does. So like she doesn't really get to talk to the guy that gets there second. Like she's technically talking to you. And it's like a really cool, weirdly strategic concept. It's like it's really surprised me, and like I'm so glad I got a chance to play more of it, because I'm like, I gotta talk about this. Like, oh my god,
I'm glad you got a chance to talk about it. Yeah, like I did not know anything about this to me is like a new experience. Like holy shit,
it's very cool. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna
send one song that I've been.
This is such a good feeling. I like knowing about stuff.
I know, right? It's so cool. Like I love when I discover games like this, and I'm like.
Yeah.
Like damn, like yeah, listen to this if you get a chance. This song in the soundtrack is insane. It's so cool. It's like there's like this one like kind of hippie girl, and this is like her theme. It's got like such a cool vibe.
I will listen to it after the podcast, but I'm sure Kyle will put it on while we're talking about it. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be the perfect
magic words.
It's a great vibe.
Well, let's yap about some more hidden gems. Sure. Jorge, what is your final game?
This one is not so much a hidden gem, but it is a game that should get more recognition as a great in the N64 library, It is Ogre Battle 64.
Yeah.
Yes.
People have heard about this.
Overnight became the biggest Ogre Battle fan.
This was like, okay, because neither of us, when we shared like our potential list, neither of us mentioned Ogre Battle, and I'm like, no, we have to, because it's like the only other RPG there.
Yep.
There's and if we have to kind of like shout it out because it's also not a Nintendo exclusive, or sorry, it is an exclusive, but it's not published or developed by Nintendo. Although, fun fact, in Japan it was published by Nintendo, but in the US it was published by Atlus. So and as a Unicorn Overlord fan, I had to play it. So
this game, Unicorn Overlord, would not exist if were not for this game.
Bro,
it functionally plays very similar.
I got in a fight. Like, I did the training. The game will let you do like a kind of exhaustive training mode where you really have to learn everything to progress. Although the game lets you start without doing that, so it's fine. But they softened the blow with letting you interact with the cutest character in the game, this witch girl that just has a big pumpkin. And she's like, hey, I'm gonna guide you through it. And as soon as the battle started, I'm like, holy shit, it's Unicorn Overlord. Like, you basically have to kind of program your team, but the way the battles play out are based on like the placement of each character in a grid. So when the battle starts, that placement will determine like who attacks what and in what order. So that's where the strategy comes in. Even though the battles play themselves out, you can kind of sort of influence them. And you can also intervene and be like, okay, for now attack the weakest enemy, for now attack the strongest enemy. Man, it was scratching the itch, because after I finished Unicorn Overlord, I'm like, man, I have half a mind to play this game again because I love this so much.
Yeah.
But Ogre Battle, like, knowing that Ogre Battle was like the main inspiration for Unicorn Overlord, it made me interested in this series way more than ever. And I took this opportunity to play it, like, while we did this N64 Games Challenge, because it's one of the ones that does get mentioned because people who play it love it. Whenever there's a top 10 or a top 20 maybe N64 games, Ogre Battle usually comes up because it is like the strongest RPG game in terms of like complexity and just like the internal systems and what you can do in it.
Also, like, it has a way more political story.
You know, I started the game and it is like the second stage. The first stage is pretty much like you're just got done with your academic training as a soldier, and then you're like, okay, well, first do this. Then the second stage, you have to rescue the prince who got kidnapped, and you find out like the guys he's hanging out with are not nice people. So like this dude that's hanging out with him is like, like an elitist. He actually hates common men or common folk, and just plain states like elites are better. You guys should just all die. And suddenly I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They're like spelling out the politics. There's no like ifs and or buts about what this story is about. It's a class war. And so, yeah, I was very impressed by that too, how quickly, like, and without nuance it went, this, the peasants are suffering from the war. Like the common people are suffering from the war the most. And then the very beginning of the game, it asks questions out of you, the player. You're basically like, you're being knighted. This is like your graduation ceremony, and they're asking you like, what is your strongest belief? What would you fight for? What would you die for? What would you kill? What would you defend? And they give you like answers that are not easy to pick. Like, you can say things like, I will seek to destroy truth. I will seek to pursue lust. I will like, it's very, again, like full of depth, like in more ways than one, not just in the system of the battle systems or like the way the game is put together, but also what it wants to out of the player to like be committed in your choices. And I'm like, that's damn, so cool. This game, I've played like maybe 3 stages now, and I'm like, okay, out of all the games we mentioned, this is one of the expensive ones too. This is not a cheap game out right now, so I couldn't just buy one. I had to find a good emulator to run it on and use the NSO controller. Like you, Don, that thing is actually kind of magical. It'll just connect to the fucking
awesome.
Windows.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to play as much of an authentic experience as I can. Visually, the game is also beautiful. It uses a lot of like pre-rendered. I'm
looking at it now.
Except for when you're actually playing it, I have to say. The one thing I'm gonna shit on with Ogre Battle 64. The battle maps where you actually move
the map looks. I saw a river and it was like, this looks like someone cut out a magazine.
I don't know
and,
what
like,
happened.
Glued it on top
I don't
of the
know
screen.
what happened. They put so much effort and love into like the character designs, the pre-rendered scenes, the music, the aesthetic, like the menu, the UI. Then you see the world, the map of each stage, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And at first I thought, oh, I'm playing on an emulator. I can't trust that this game looks authentic or is following like in fidelity with like what it used to be.
Yeah.
So I looked up a YouTube video and I'm like, oh no, actually it looks like that. It's shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because the character models, I'm like addicted to looking at these character models. They're
cute.
cool.
They're cute as shit. And they have those funny. It's another game that does feel like it would have been a PlayStation game on the N64.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's got some cool little chibis.
Yeah, it looks like reminds me of
or chibis, depending on where you're from.
It's funny how so many of those tactics RPGs have such a similar vibe to me, where it looks like the overworld, where it looks like it kind of looks like Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit.
Oh,
like in the character design.
Fun fact. Yeah, this is one of the things I wrote down here. This is the first Ogre Battle title developed after Matsuno left to work for Squaresoft on Final Fantasy Tactics. So the second game in the series, Let Us Cling Together, I should say predates Tactics. And when they changed course on that is when he moved to Squaresoft and developed like Final Fantasy Tactics. So Tactics Ogre. It's in the name. Fuck. Which was actually originally a Super Nintendo game.
Oh, that makes sense.
I hear Tactics Ogre too is like when people say they like the story of Final Fantasy Tactics, it's like, oh, that's secretly the best Final Fantasy story. A lot of people will come out of the woodwork and be like, if you want like an actual story for adults, like you need to play Tactics Ogre.
Tactics Ogre was a little overhyped for me. I did try to play it and it just didn't hook me in quite like this one did. But these are games that seem like they're not afraid of saying what they actually mean to say, which is one of the issues I had with Unicorn Overlord, is that like the game has a strong message about unity and like all peoples coming together to fight a common evil. But at the end of the day, it kind of softballed me by the end, where it's like, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I kind of had this like, oh, well, of course they're not going to go all the way with this. So it's nice to play
its story is not, its characters are strong. Its story is not.
The strong point of Unicorn Overlord are the characters. That is the highlight. Yes. And the battle system. It's excellent. But that's Ogre Battle 64 it deserves all the praise. I get it.
That's awesome. They really quick. The only it's so frustrating because a few games. Final Fantasy Tactics is a game I've wanted to play forever because its aesthetics look totally up my alley. Its story I've heard is so good. And Unicorn Overlord. I mean, vanilla. I'm a Vanillaware slut.
Yes.
I love that company.
That
so
is
much.
the correct term.
So like,
it's pretty easy to be slutty for Vanillaware. They
make it easy. Yeah.
I wanted to play it. I just don't think that genre's for me. I've tried so many times to get into it. Like I can play Fire Emblem. It's so simple. Like it's just like character based, very easy.
Move character here, don't die.
But like stuff like Tactics and Ogre Battle and Unicorn Overlord is like there's something hard for me to grasp about it, and I just didn't feel satisfied when I finished a few missions, and I was like, I just don't. Like, I think I can accept that there are some genres that I just don't think I can do, and like it sucks because they look really cool, and maybe one day I will, but like. I just can't do it. I want to so bad. Final Fantasy Tactics, I want to play so bad, but it's just too slow.
I mean, I'll let you know if because you said you played a few missions in Unicorn Overlord, right?
Yeah, I played like.
If you were not hooked by the first one, I cannot promise you that it gets better.
That's what I assumed. I wasn't trying to force it. Like I really liked the concept of it, and I like I was into it on like some levels, but. It's fine. Like I can accept it,
All you got to do is just go onto the World Wide Web and type in Unicorn Overlord characters and hit images and enjoy the rest.
That's what I assume. I'm getting like 50% of like the rewards doing that.
No, and I will say real talk, Kyle, because like it's funny you say that because if I did that, I would obviously have fallen for the 9-foot tall tower woman from the Colosseum. And be like, well, obviously this is the best game ever made. But when I played it, and met best girl, actually Melisandre.
It was the bratty sub fencer.
The bratty, like, no. Well, the thing is, like, she sub in public, and then, or she sub in the sheets, and dom in the streets, and that's what's so good about her. That because when you first meet her, she's like, fucking army of the goddamn prince ain't fucking shit. She like spies on them. It's like, okay, I gotta meet this guy because like I've been hearing some talk about him. She looks at him once and goes, oh
no, he's hot.
No, oh God, why is he so gallant? Why is he such a dashing young man? Oh God. Melisandre's the best. She's a freak, and I love her.
That's awesome.
I have a soft spot for the freaks.
Yeah, it's like I really want to. That's like it's a thing. I really want to play the game for its characters. They look all really cute.
That is
obviously,
the highlight. Yeah, but I'm not gonna push you to do it because if you didn't enjoy it, then I'm not gonna.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, like
it's a crunchy game, so
I might give it another shot. May try to be like maybe I can see it. Maybe I can see the vision.
It's a spreadsheet
get
game.
Into it.
It's a spreadsheet game. If you're not into that,
yeah. I try
you just have to have a partner or a roommate play it while you're in the room.
I maybe could get my fiance to play it. I think she likes stuff like that. But I just it just sucks because it's like oh man, I want to play him so bad. I like respect the shit out of him. I just can't.
It is hardcore spreadsheet the game. I spent so much time micromanaging character compositions and team compositions. I cannot, like, I'm sorry, I have nothing to say if you didn't like that because that's all it is.
That's fair. And it's funny how, like, I even think about, like, it's almost a different genre, but, like, with 13 Sentinels as well, where it's, like, the combat in that game, I was just like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I never got,
I mean, I like that kind of combat. It's fine.
13 Sentinels does not have a great RTS system. I'm just gonna say that's the least, the one thing I like the least of that game. Anyway, sorry.
I played the pre-patch version where the turrets were crazy. That's all I remember about it.
All right. We gotta move on to our final game, or we're just gonna keep talking about vanillaware games. So
yes,
let's move on to my final pick. And it's going to be like poetry. It's going to rhyme because I'm going to end with Goemon's Great Adventure.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I know you are
full circle.
So originally I kind of didn't want to have both Goemon games here, but Kyle, I know you are this game's strongest soldier. So I am
if there are no more Goemon Great Adventure fans, it is because I am dead.
So I need to let you have this moment. You have to talk about this.
I definitely do have the nostalgia bug for this one. I kind of got it on a whim, and like I got it from a used game store for really cheap. Don't think I have it anymore now because I wish I did. But
oh god, another.
It's one of those games where you're just like, I didn't know what to expect, and it just kind of blew me out of the water. A lot of the same notes we hit on Ganbare Goemon and Mystical Ninja starring Goemon and all that are present here. You know, it's campy, it's cute, it's funny. The characters are zany. But this is actually a wildly different game from Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, because this is more of a level-based platformer with the twist. It's honestly very similar to Castlevania 2 in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's got a bit of Castlevania in it. Yeah. It's more Castlevania than the Castlevania games on N64.
I mean, it's Konami when you think about it.
Sorry, I had to say that. It's so ironic. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, you're right. But yeah, when you get into towns, you can talk to the different townspeople, and they'll give you like quests to replay different levels under different conditions. And like, there's a day-night cycle where like enemies will be harder to fight, and more enemies will come out, but they'll give you more money. There's also a day-night cycle in the town, so like different people have different like schedules. So there's like kind of a little adventure game element to the towns that lets you go back and see the levels in different lights. You can play the levels again as different characters to maybe like access different exits or get different checkpoints on them. And ultimately you're collecting these little like checkpoint cards. And you need a certain amount to get to the end of the level, you know, kind of like stars in Mario Mario 64. But the final levels in each stage are just a treat. They're always like this lavish, difficult platforming challenge, and they always end with a really fun boss fight, and then after the boss fight there is an impact battle, which is this whole separate mini game where you're piloting a mech and you have fighting combos, and like you're shooting like the missiles out of the air with your little like a bullet hell gun, and it's just for like such a small part of the game, it is excruciatingly polished, and it's awesome. Just a treat. Like getting to the bosses in that game is like such a delight because you never know what to expect, and you always are left wanting more in the impact battles, which is just such a rare thing in a game like this. You just would not think they would be as good as they are.
Bro,
that's awesome. I have not played. I've played some of the 2D Goemon games like on the Super Nintendo, so this seems like a real cool like evolution of those where it's like you have like little towns and everything. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, this is the best one in my opinion because it's really snappy. The towns have a lot of like charm to them. There's a lot to do. It's so feature rich, and the soundtrack is amazing. Like I'm gonna post one for like I want to say it's Edo Castle, where it's got like this like breakbeat going on with a bunch of like Japanese instruments. It is incredible.
It shares,
Goemon soundtracks are
it shares some of the themes of Mystical Ninja too, just because it kind of is like a soft sequel to it.
Yeah, it's interesting where it just uses all the same models, it looks like. It's very cool that they like changed the genre a little bit. Like they like were like, oh, we're gonna go back to a 2D game now. Like after that one. It's kinda like you'd think any other company would be like, well, no, you gotta be more ambitious, you gotta be more 3D. And it's like doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like more 3D doesn't necessarily mean a better game. Like it's just you do what works. Cool. Yeah, I gotta try. It's on the list. Me and a streaming buddy of mine, me and her have been playing all those old Goemon games together on our stream. So any of them that have multiplayer, we want to do together.
This one is co-op. And
it's co-op.
Here's the thing. You can piggyback off of each other and you get special moves if you're doing that.
Oh, really? So you can do that in the older ones, but you don't get any kind of special moves or anything. It just makes it so one person doesn't have the platform. It'd be funny where it was like there was like a platforming section that she just didn't want to do. I'm just like, all right,
hop on.
Hop on, buddy.
Like I got it.
Yo.
But yeah, it's a great series, a co-op series. It's such a fun idea.
I'm glad you brought this one up.
The only mark on it is that it is very difficult, and the platforming can be a little unforgiving in some of the later stages. And when you die, you lose any armor power-ups you have, any attack bonuses you have. So you do have to like do a little bit to get back up to that level. But it's fine. Like it's not that bad. It's not that punishing. It's just you'll just die a lot. Like some levels will just be a little bit more tricky, and we'll have bottomless pits.
If I can play as Yai, I'm okay. I'll be happy.
You can play, I love Yai and Sasuke, and
she's my favorite.
She's so good. Her design is peak.
Yeah, it's just such a lovely game, and I think if I were to kind of wrap things up, really the message I'm trying to get across here with like these games, and kind of what I learned sort of going through these games, is that like there's so much there if you're willing to just not play the top game or like the Nintendo game of every genre.
Yeah, that is the point of this.
And also like a lot of these games, just like if you kind of have to read the manual, you kind of have to like look into them a little bit. You kind of have to meet them halfway a little bit more. But when you do, like they're really cool, or they help you appreciate other games more. You know, I'm not going to say that Hybrid Heaven is the greatest game of all time, but it made me like 98 era Konami Metal Gear more. It made me appreciate like what RPGs do better. You know, seeing Quest is like teaching you a lesson in game design, honestly.
No, playing Ogre Battle made me appreciate like, oh, Unicorn Overlord is like this is like what we got thanks to this, and going back, I love having that context, seeing where like the things we love come from. And like you said, I'm glad you brought this up, Kyle. Like the point of this episode is that we want to highlight the games and look past the things that always get all the attention. Not that they do so unfairly, but rather that like that conversation is done. Like let's progress further into like
how much can be said about
more
Mario.
To talk about.
Yeah, how much can be said about Mario 64?
Yeah, how much more?
Like,
and
I think the game
with all honesty, how much more can you say about the fucking Banjo? Like even though I love those games, like it's time to realize to break this misconception that the only good games on the N64 are Nintendo and Rareware. Like, that's not true.
There are Goemons everywhere for those with eyes to see them.
It's cool because I feel like the Nintendo 64 is legit one of the coolest video game systems ever, because like it was like an era, especially for Nintendo. Nintendo had a big stranglehold on a lot of like big licenses, like, you know, stuff like Goemon or Bomberman. Like, they were their first choice most of the time. And the N64 was so weird and different, and the game that started it was so experimental and different that I think every company probably looked at the game they're developing in N64 and were like, we gotta do something different. Like, we gotta try something new, because like Mario 64 just like changed everything. And if we just bust out like another Goemon game, we're gonna look like chumps. So they probably made, you know, this tool Ninja Star and Goemon, which is this weird adventure game that is like nothing else. And I love that about the N64, is like there was a very, very experimental like era of video games for so many companies that were just doing like really cool stuff with this new hardware. Everything feels like there's a little bit of like learning, like they're still learning, figuring out like what a 3D game even should be at the time. So like, you know, we were talking about like Quest 64, it's a great example where it's like, it's not great, but you respect the hell out of it because it's trying something. And, you know, it's funny. I was going to bring this up with Quest. Totally forgot. Unrelated, but I think it's really cool. Where Quest 64, when I played it, I was like, man, this is kind of like the feeling I got playing the original Kingdom Hearts. Where it's like Kingdom Hearts is this like full 3D traditional JRPG. Where it's like you're worried about like where it takes the JRPG concepts like, you know, spells and the combat stuff, but now you're worried about like positioning and like you're worried about like all these things that we now do in 3D is like what Kingdom Hearts 1 was, which is really cool. Then it turned into a hack and slash and it got bad, but like the first game is really cool. And like I love that about it. It's like and there are interviews from people at Square Enix that said like, we played Mario 64. We were like, how do we make a Final Fantasy out of this? And that is what Kingdom Hearts is. And the Quest 64 feels like that, like the first step to that, like a company that was willing to do it before the technology was fully there, which is really cool. Like I like N64 is such a cool system. Like the controller's weird. The vibes are cool in the games because the anti-aliasing, everything looks all like kind of weird.
It has
and,
its
like,
own language. Yeah.
One of the games that didn't make my list was Body Harvest, and it's made by DMA, which is Rockstar before they became Rockstar basically. And that game wanted to be GTA 3 before GTA 3 so badly, because you're like hopping into cars and driving around, but like it feels so rough and so weird, and it's so wild to me that like around that same like that game came out at the same time roughly as Ocarina of Time, and you're like, how can this game feel so bad? But like Ocarina of Time comes out, and it's just because it was the Wild West with 3D as far as that's concerned. And also there was a lot of like weird muddling in that game where it went through development hell, but even so, like, you're right. Like
era.
We were still trying to figure out so many things in the early stages of 3D, and you really feel for it. It makes these weirder games.
It makes games feel so human. Like you get that human touch from a lot of these games that like some systems is like, it's not like, I would say like arguably comparing it to like Super Nintendo, like Super Nintendo games are so polished, so like perfect 2D video games. Like the prime 2D video game experiences are on that. You get now this system where these developers are like struggling to figure out what to do. And it's like, it's cool. Like I genuinely think it's really cool and like unique to that system. And I don't know, it's something that it's just, you take it for granted and we don't really have it anymore because now the you know, game industry is just so seasoned that like you get it with like indie games. You get it with some indie games and stuff, which is nice. But like, it's cool to see like an almost like a medium wide, like first step, which is like N64, which is, I don't know, it's such a cool system.
There's a teaser out right now that's very clearly going to be for Bloober Team remaking Rule of Rose, and I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I can tell you, I bet it's going to play like Silent Hill 2, which just plays like RE2 Remake, and so it's, you know, it's just going to be an over-the-shoulder like third-person action game with like a dodge button.
My RE slop.
I mean...
After RE4,
No, I
Which is,
know.
it plays well.
No, it
but
gets like
it's very
it's
derivative.
It's like a school lunch lady just like slaps it onto my plate, and I'm like, okay, and I eat it.
I guess this is pizza. It's a square. It's got cheese on it. And
but you know what?
Meatballs.
You think back to that pizza, you're like, that might have been the best pizza I've ever had in my life. So, like, maybe it's
no, hold up now.
in the moment.
In the moment, mate. Okay, sure.
Yeah, if you've never had other food because you're a little child,
True.
of course that pizza tastes good.
That's the people playing the Rule of Rose remake for the first time. That's what I'm trying to get.
Okay, nah, I see that. And that's what because Kyle reacted to it earlier, and I did tell him like, well, at least this means people will play Rule of Rose.
It'll be a net good, but I can be grumpy about it.
You're totally.
I won't get sidetracked too much. I am such a stickler for remake stuff, and I'm so kind of sick of like the just like remake the game because it's like a talking point video game where it's like, does this really even need a remake? Like, is Rule of Rose really not worthy of standing on its own? Can't we just get it ported? Like, that's
what we say. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They are never gonna remake Hybrid Heaven, so you might as well play it however you can find it.
Well, yeah, I feel like that game's like. It's like warts and all. That's why it's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the one that has Greg on it. Mark my words.
Goodness. Oh, please take a photo of you, dude. That'll be amazing. I will not be buying.
Shipping is really expensive.
I will not be buying this Goemon's Great Adventure for $140. That looks like someone like actually attacked it.
Yeah,
physically.
with a gunshot. Yeah. Like a gunshot.
I'm pretty
wound.
sure they like fell out of a motorcycle while they had this game in hand.
$140. I'm gonna take a bite out of my game and charge $140.
Yeah, apparently you can now. Goodness. Sorry, I don't want to end on a bad note. Thank you, Don. Like,
no, you're right.
You've been such a pleasure to hang out with here.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. Yeah, I had a feeling it'd be a great time. You guys are
you really know your stuff. I was taken aback with how much you like had to say on like Rocket. Robot on Wheels and other like weird gems like Question Zone 64.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait, Question Zone 64. Welcome to the Question Zone. Get ready. So the one I have here from Greg himself,
from
owner of Hybrid Heaven, Greg, and also Hybrid Heaven main character Protag Greg. What are your favorite Nintendo 64 accessories?
Okay, what are the
I'll get you a list.
Like, what is there?
I'll get you a list, sure.
Do I have like? I don't know if I have like a. I might have a favorite. I don't know if I have favorites plural.
I think a favorite is enough for. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, the thing is, I've still have never actually felt what a Rumble Pack feels like because you weren't able to get one.
Oh,
that shit's insane.
No, I tried to get it to work.
You should.
And I forgot to put batteries on it. Yeah, that was a funny thing.
Yeah, it uses like a AAA or something.
AAAs.
That thing is intense. Star Fox 64, the Rumble Pack, doesn't mess around.
It was a little too
When you
strong.
die, it like hurts. It hurts your hand. It's like intense. Yeah,
it's when you die.
It feels like the internals are rattling.
That's like number 2, and then number 1 is when the train in that. Oh god.
Oh, when it explodes.
Yeah. I forgot what planet or what stage it is, but it's when the train explodes in that base, and it's just like a full minute of your controller just losing its goddamn mind.
Stop the brakes.
Whoa! I can't stop it.
I love that guy. You're very lucky.
Very lucky.
Oh shit! I'm gonna play Star Fox again. Fuck.
I play that game. There's a PC port. It's great.
Oh, your daddy screamed real good when
Pigma,
he died.
what the fuck? Why would he say that? Pigma is the most evil Nintendo villain.
Real good before he died.
I have a funny answer for the accessories.
Okay. Go for it.
I think the expansion pack is the best accessory because you can play Majora's Mask with it. Majora's Mask might be one of the best games in the N64.
I mean, thank you, because I wanted to say that, but I felt like I was like.
But you also play Donkey
answer.
Kong. You can also play Donkey Kong 64, so it's like it's a give and take. No, I'm kidding.
I can be your angel or your devil.
Yeah,
Majora and Perfect Dark.
Oh, Perfect Dark. Yeah, I guess that game's okay. No, but I do really like the Rumble Pack. It's pretty cool, and like it was the first, right? It was the first haptic feedback, like anything.
Yes,
right?
it was.
I don't think
it was
there was
the first,
at least mainstream.
Oh shit! I forgot the quote. It's the reason Star Fox 64. It's the cinematic gaming experience that it is.
The The Rumble Pack. He like holds it up. It's awesome.
My answer is the transfer pack for Pokemon Stadium. That just blew my mind that you could move your Pokemon around like that.
I wanted that thing to work with other Game Boy games so bad. I remember I would like put Wario Land in it and be like, please work.
Okay.
He jumps out and starts farting on Pokemon.
Oh my god. I have like a Mandela effect thing with the transfer pack. I swear to God that Nintendo teased the transfer pack function with Perfect Dark, where you could use the Game Boy camera, take photos of people, and transfer their faces onto a character in Perfect Dark. Did I fucking dream this or something?
Well, the Game Boy camera is in black and white, to be fair, so that would be a little uncanny if you
it'll colorize it and shit, and like you pick the color. I swear to God, I saw this. Oh my God.
I do not. I mean, maybe.
This might have been just me dreaming it, and I just woke up and was like, "This is fucking awesome! Holy shit!" And
oh wait, no. Best accessory is the Denryū Go 64 controller. I haven't even used it, and it's the best accessory.
I didn't even know they made a Denryū Go controller.
Yeah, it is like the big train controller thing. I really want one of those. I was gonna buy when I was in Japan. I was gonna buy one. There's like a joke where people always like talk about like the retro game like enthusiast, like, you know, brain rotted person will eventually have a Denryū Go phase, and like I'm waiting.
I'm trying to get into it. I learned how to play it at MomoCon last year.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say at MagFest I learned how to play it. Actually, they always have it at MagFest.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm waiting for I'm gonna get into it. You know, I had my stupid other weird Japanese. I had my dating sim phase. I'm gonna have my weird Denryū Go phase. I went to Japan, and so now I can be like, oh wait, I know this route, and then I'll be like, I'm a pro at
Otsuki.
Yeah, I'm a pro at the Yamanote line. I know every stop.
The green train, that was my favorite.
Yeah, got everywhere.
Jorge, do you have a favorite accessory?
I mean, I like your answers a lot, actually. But I might pick Rumble Pack just because I was like wowed by it when I remember if you were early, if you could rent Star Fox 64 early at Blockbuster, they would give you the Rumble Pack with it. You know,
just let you rent the Rumble Pack. That's crazy.
They would include it because I think Nintendo was like, no, they need to know, and it was
wow.
Yeah. And I remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember using it as a kid and being very impressed by it.
It was cool because like you could also use, unlike the transfer pack, you could also use the Rumble Pack with other games. And I remember like when I rented Star Fox, I'm like, wait, shit, I can use this on Zelda, and yeah, like the Stone of Agony will rumble when there's a hole nearby, and it's cool.
Yeah, I remember. I think it
must be nice putting that on your Pikachu Nintendo 64, Jorge.
Yeah, you know the one I didn't have a fucking Pikachu 64. I resent this allegation.
Yeah, I think Paper Mario worked with the Rumble Pack.
Oh, seriously?
And every time you like hit the hammer, it would rumble. And I remember that, like, yeah, it was really cool.
Oh shit! Okay, wait. Now I need a list of like what games worked.
I want this entire podcast without talking about Paper Mario. Really, that's crazy.
I know. It's because we talk about it basically every episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm healed. No, I'm kidding. It is genuinely my favorite N64 game by the biggest margin
absolutely
of all time. But like, you know, it's been talked to death about. We don't sing that game's praise. But I'm going to sing it anyway. It's really good.
Well, speaking of talking to death, why don't we wrap things up with a trip to the rec room?
Why don't we die?
Where we recommend something inside and outside the world of gaming. Why I would like to start with my recommendations because I can do them real quick.
No, you can't.
For my video game, it didn't count because it got released for PC and then later PlayStation. Though the N64 version was first, but Rayman 2: The Great Escape is a really good platformer game that I feel like doesn't get talked about that much. And
no, it doesn't.
We're at the point in history where I legitimately was talking to coworkers about this episode, and one of my coworkers mentioned like that Gex was pretty underrated.
What
and I'm
the
like,
fuck?
Gex was not good. Gex is not good.
No, meme culture
Gex
has
is kind
ruined
of a
video
funny
game conversation.
Dude, I took psychic damage from that. Oh shit.
Like, actually playing that game is very frustrating.
Why would you
I'm holding my tongue on Rayman 2. I don't like that game, but I know people do, and I respect it. But I can never play it.
It got
I don't know
released
why
on
that game.
Nintendo Switch recently, actually, on the N64 app.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna like die on the hill, but like the controls are fairly good. There's like
fight for your limitless.
like you can do some like cool gliding and like do like snap up into like ledges. It's like got unique and interesting levels.
I think as a kid, I was obsessed with the original, and that sequel just is so weird and not the direction I wanted it to go, and I still like have weird biases against it. But that aside, it's cool.
Yeah, like how.
Anyways, it is weird, but like. If you haven't played, or if you've played all of the other, like if you played your Banjos and your Mario 64s, like don't replay those games again. Try out something like Rayman 2.
Agreed.
That's all.
Yeah, play something new.
Yeah.
That's.
And I agree. Everyone should try it. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And my non-video gaming thing I'd like to recommend real quick is my wife and I the other day we did this sort of viral recipe, I guess. It wasn't really that viral, but it was, the kind of recipe you see online. It's basically a recipe for making just like Chinese dumplings, jiaozi. Instead of doing them traditionally where you make the pork mince or whatever vegetable or whatever you want to fill in there and wrapping it with the wrapper, instead they got like a really big one and they layered it like lasagna and then steamed it in the oven. We did that. We did that, but with ramekins and just the wonton wrappers. We just made some dough by hand, but you could just get the wrappers just as easily. And so, yeah, layer just like the minced pork and the wonton wrappers, and then put a little bit of yeah, exactly. And then you put a little bit of chicken broth on top, and then you steam it. It is incredible.
It sounds offensive,
and it is so much faster to do than no. Listen, all it is just the open dumpling, like in a stack.
It sounds
You're functionally
good.
just eating a blob of like 4 or 5 dumplings.
I mean, it probably tastes great.
It worked It tastes amazing. It was way easier than I thought it was. It was way faster than it was making normal dumplings.
But I can picture like the ancestors being like, "What the fuck is this?"
Listen, and then you can freeze the ramekin and then just like steam it and thaw it out because it's just a regular dumpling.
Okay, all right.
It was incredible.
Awesome.
Make dumpling lasagna. That's my recommendation. Do y'all have any other recommendations?
You go down.
I definitely do. Yeah, I mean, I can keep it in a little bit of theme with N64 for my game one if we're doing a game thing. I think everyone should download and try the Mario 64 co-op Redux thing. It's a fork of the PC port, and it's got co-op. And everyone should try. There's a ROM hack called Iraira, and it is so fun. It is like basically an entirely new Mario 64 game.
Wow,
it's very addicting multiplayer, just because of how it's so easy to like tackle multiple stars at once. It's just really fun, and I just think that co-op mod is like the easiest way to play the PC port of Mario 64. It's so intuitive and like easy to get going. And yeah, like we've come a long way with
that's
cool. So you can play the recompiled version of Mario 64 with the multiplayer mod.
That's or decompiled.
Oh, decompiled.
Yeah. So pretty much, it's just like super easy where it's just like the program just asks for a ROM, you boot the ROM up, boots it up immediately. You can host a server.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's like just in a millisecond, you search the server by the server's password. You can join like that. It's like so simple to connect with your friends and play the game. It's just it connects via like Discord. So you can literally like right click someone's name and be like join game on Discord.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's got like
that's
all
what
the
playing
modern
multiplayer RetroArch was like. We did that the other day and it was
really
stupidly simple.
I'm
was
glad
really surprised that technology worked.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've come a long way with that stuff. It's really cool. And then I guess it's like video game adjacent, but it's something I got today.
Yeah, whatever you want to justify it. It's fine.
Yeah. I know probably you guys are Mega Man fans.
Yeah, I am.
I've been picking up these figures. They're by a company called Jada. They're
these
like
I know.
Mega Man action figures.
Oh shit.
Yeah, okay. I just picked up Woodman.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm holding up my Bubble Man from Jada Toys. He is amazing.
Yeah, I just got Woodman.
Oh, I don't have Woodman. Fuck. Okay.
I don't have Bubble Man. I'm probably gonna buy Bubble Man because I'm so impressed with Woodman. Yeah, so
you should sell each other's to buy like Sophie's Choice style.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to give up my Bubble Man.
I gotta have all of them. Yeah, they do. So little history of Mega Man merchandise. They never do anything past the first game's Robot Masters.
I know.
They always made figures of the same old Cut Man, Gutsman, all that jazz.
Electman, Fireman. And we never get Bombman.
Yeah.
For
sometimes Iceman.
Sometimes Iceman.
Yeah, sometimes Iceman. Yeah, but very rarely Bombman. So yeah, they're finally
if we get the Robot Masters. If we get it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, usually it's Mega Man, Proto Man. So like it's very cool that we're getting true, like really good, accurate to the game's art style figures of Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. The next wave is gonna have Snake Man for Mega Man 3.
What?
Ooh. That's like I'm like we're in heaven. Like it's the best time to be a Mega Man fan in terms of like merchandise.
Yes, but also I want them to do this for X. Like please move on from the fucking main cast of X already. They even went through every single fucking armor for Mega Man X. And none of the fucking Mavericks. Like what the shit?
Give me Boomer Kowanger.
Yes!
Give me Boomer.
I want Launch Octopus. I want Stink Chameleon. I want Magna Centipede. Like please.
Yeah, I'm not looking at gift horse in the mouth. The classic games having merchandise of the later Rob Masters is amazing. I hope they continue doing this. The figures are amazing too. Like for $30
ever.
Yeah, you get an amazing little action figure. It's awesome.
He got the dad bod and he got the eyeballs.
Yeah,
he does.
They're substantial. Like I don't know how Bubble Man is. Woodman's huge. Like he's a big dude. Like
this one has weight to
figure. It. Yeah, so I love those.
If you don't have the others, I recommend it. Actually, Dawn. Like,
like, I do have all of them. Okay, besides Bubble Man. Yeah, I have all the main ones. I just don't like. They made like Mega Man but green for like Bomb Man, and I'm like, I don't need that
Mega
one.
Man
like,
but green.
I'll have the one Mega Man. Yeah, but I just recommend it because a lot of Mega Man fans all suddenly be like, "Whoa, those exist!" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, look them up. They're pretty affordable. They're like $20 for the older ones.
Legit, like actual good quality. They're not flimsy. They're not shitty to pose. They won't break.
Yeah,
you
can find them at like Target.
I am actually
they're like
very happy
available.
with these two. Glad you brought them up.
It's a good. Into like I feel like I've been tossed around the Mega Man merch because I've always been into it and I love collecting figures of video game characters. And I just feel like I never get good ones of Mega Man and I'm like finally
we're finally in the I actually have the Kotobukiya Forte from EXE, like fucking Battle Network Forte.
Oh,
and again, another figure that I'm like, it's incredible that we got this far. We're finally getting the interesting characters. # not sponsored. This is not a sponsored podcast.
I have one.
Jorge, what?
Oh, sorry.
What would you? What do you have to recommend that you can be sponsored by?
Yeah, sorry. I'll make mine quick.
Yeah.
I also want to recommend N64 recompilation that just came out recently for Banjo-Kazooie. I gave it a look.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I am so excited. I so want to fuck with this, man. Like it's like
it looks awesome.
Yeah, you can. It's like the ship of Harkinian one for Zelda Ocarina of Time, where you can like fuck with the frame rate. Like you can actually play it in high fidelity, like how the game was, or you can like make it like play in a with modern standards of like frame rate. And
you could do ultra widescreen.
Yeah, I saw. You showed me that curved monitor guy playing like an obscenely wide version of Banjo-Kazooie, where you could see like the models like popping in for cutscenes. It was great.
Something really surreal to do with these decomps is if you have a CRT set up, like I have a CRT on my desk that's set up as like a third monitor. If you put I put Zelda on that monitor, so it's running at like the high frame rate on a CRT.
Okay.
It feels like it feels like you're like playing some like lost actually fully frame rated version of this game on actual hardware. It's really it's really fun.
I don't know if I want to do that actually.
Yeah, Zelda feels weird at 60 FPS. Wow. I love it, but it's like it's something hard to get used to.
All right, and then for my not game recommendation, this is kind of, I just thought about it because it's like a movie that came out in 98 around the time like all the games we talked about came out in, and I always think about it, and it's not an obscure movie or anything. It's The Truman Show with Jim Carrey.
Love that movie.
Yeah,
love that movie.
It's like one of my favorite. I don't know what it is. Like I have no like emotional attachment to Jim Carrey as an actor, but he is in two of my top movies of all time. Truman Show and Man on the Moon.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I was just talking about his Grinch movie today, and it's
the Grinch is also pretty good. Actually holds up. Like as time went on, it got better. That one when it came out
Every time I revisit it, I'm like, the set design in this is phenomenal.
They went out of their way to absolutely destroy Dr. Seuss's legacy, in a spectacular way. But yeah, Truman Show. I do me a favor, rewatch this movie with this frame or mindset. Think of it as a man versus God movie. Think of it as a. This is why it's so it hits me hard every time I watch it, because it's more than just a movie about like rejecting perfection. It's a movie about like rejecting what you're meant to, what people have set you on. You know what I mean? Like the path you've been set on. It's more than just a movie about like being watched and being observed. Because that was most people's takeaway, was like, oh, what if we televise someone's life? That's creepy. That's freaky. It's actually happening right now. So whatever. It's not even a novel concept anymore. But now when I see it, I take the perspective of like, no, this is like cursing our fate, like shaking our fists in the air and saying, no, fuck you. And there's kind of a poetry to it when you watch it that way. It's because I watch it so many times that I keep like examining it in different ways.
It's genuinely, it might be in my top like 3 movies of all time.
That's great. Okay, yeah.
It's so good. The set design in that movie is so good. They just like, they make like the coolest visual of like this like fake world so well. It's such a cool movie.
And it freaks me out.
Jim Carrey's amazing in it.
It freaks me out when I see like all these new like townhome developments that are happening around where I live, because they all look like the fucking Truman Show. It's like they're it highlights just the manufactured like falseness of it, like how this is just, the housing market is just a fucking industry for like banks and corporations to fuck you over and like sell you the perfect life, which is not true. That's another theme of the movie. Like there is no such thing as the perfect life. Like I don't know. It hits on so many,
great movie.
Pushes a lot of my buttons, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me laugh, makes me angry. It does everything. So yeah, if you haven't watched it in a while, do what I tell you. Do what Papa Jorge says.
I don't think I've seen it in at least 20 years. So.
Yeah, rewatch it.
Oh, yeah,
man,
it's great.
Rewatch it, and that scene where like his creator quite literally is talking to him and saying, why it's the Garden of Eden all over again. It's like, why are you rejecting paradise? Why do you want? And it's because like, I want to choose for myself. I want my free will. And that's why we reject perfection. That's why we reject paradise. It's a good movie. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Brain Lords, the only podcast that is 64-bit. You can find us on social media at BrainLordsPod. And if you've made it... if you made it this far, please help us grow. 5-star ratings and word of mouth is always appreciated. You can find me on social media as Cute Monster Props or on my website, cutemonsterprops.com. Jorge, where can they find you?
You can find me training to be a ninja so that I can get Yai's attention.
You can find Jorge stuck on the front of a N64 next to Pikachu.
You can find me in a molded case, N64 special edition.
Oh, that's horrible.
Special Jorge edition. My soul is trapped in here. Please rescue me.
It's so cruel.
Also, I am cursed to be on social media. J-Man Velez on all those shitty places and shit. And also Art of JMB. I forgot my portfolio. Yeah, that's my old portfolio. I gotta update that shit, man. Fangamer Collections, JMB. And also, finally, the Brain Lords YouTube channel, which I manage. I'm trying to do another short. My life sucks right now. I can't get shit done. I want to do another short, and I promise it's coming.
We got some gems in this one for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, Don.
All right, well, Don, where can we find you?
Just like Jorge said, all those horrible social media platforms that everyone hates, I am onto because I am stuck as a commission freelance artist. But one that's not so bad, I do a lot of posting on Blue Sky right now, and that's not too bad of a site. So Blue Sky is mainly I would recommend.
Come on over.
Just PaperDawN.
PaperDawN
on Blue Sky. I have a YouTube channel, like they said, also just PaperDawN. I also am kind of slacking, but there's plenty of, I do video essay stuff. I also have an Etsy store with some merchandise as well.
You sell a lot of really cool One Piece proxies.
Yeah, if you play One Piece or like One Piece, they're selling out fast, but I get restocks a lot. So keep an eye out. I do a lot of, I feel like I I dip my toes in a lot of different artist places, so feel free to.
That's the artist life.
Yep.
You wear a lot of hats.
At least the enriched ones. So.
It's quite impressive.
I try.
Actually.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. This was so much fun.
I'm glad we brought you on.
Delightful. Yeah. It really it got me to play a bunch of really fun games and a bunch of really not fun games, which is also really fun.
Yeah. I was actually having a really good time. I was using my little Retroid Pocket thing, and I was like trying to find a bunch of N64 games I hadn't tried yet, and it was cool. It's a cool system. Just end up appreciating it more and more every time I discover new games. So
yeah. It turns out when you play some new video games,
who knew?
Pretty cool.
Thanks for being here, Don. Just one more time, letting you know. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I
really flattered you invited me. It's great. Yeah.
Well, if we ever do a SpongeBob episode, you're the first.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm willing to come back. I love yapping about stuff that I like, and I like you said, I have my toes dip in a lot of different hobbies as well. So.
I respect the really being forward with diverse taste, because I always get scared of being pinned down to one thing. And,
no, it's
that's
fun.
What we're trying to
love
do
it.
Actually.
Working within limitations like that is very fun. It makes you think outside the box, and it's all for fun. I wasn't very stressed. I was just it was fun to think about. So.
That's why we're here, talking about an N64. Well, questions, comments, and inquiries can go to brainlordspod@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube and all other places where podcasts are born. We have been your Brainlords for this evening, reminding you that context beats content every single time. Also, Jorge, do you know what game was technically on the list that I did not include? On the next episode of Brainlords. Categorizing games into genres is already a difficult task when you have to describe how something feels, but gamers sure haven't made that any easier. Pearl Jam is a Nirvana-like, Elysium is a Star Wars Trek movie. Next week on Brainlords, we take it upon ourselves to create a better name for some of the most irksome genre titles in Let's Rename Video Game Genres. The Shining is a horror novel. Wait, that one actually works.